Yeah.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? Because it's easy just to
try
think,
to-
I just stay. I don't bother anybody. I just stay over
yeah.
here, and it's really not enough anymore.
Yeah.
And that's I think that's why our country's like low key falling apart.
Yep.
Because
Nobody
everybody
wants to help
thinks
anyone.
it's like everything's okay, dude. Somebody else will take care of it.
Nope.
Somebody will clean that trash up.
Nope.
Somebody will help that dude getting fucked up,
Somebody will help that guy out.
but nobody
Nope.
does.
Somebody will help these poor kids out.
No, they won't.
Somebody will, and it's like nobody's doing that.
Yeah. If not you, then who?
If not you, then who?
It all starts with the individual.
Did you write that down? All right, so we're back. No Prisoners podcast. Before we get started, hit the subscribe button, the like button, follow us on Instagram. The links are in the bio. We got 2 special guests here. We're back from a small hiatus. And to launch that off, if you could do me a favor and actually subscribe to the YouTube channel, that'd be great. We got evicted from the After 5 YouTube channel. And After 5 YouTube channel also got evicted, so we were double evicted. So we had to start from scratch, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It was just a matter of all the content making sense on the same page, and it just was time to move the podcast onto its own YouTube channel. So it looks all clean, but we got 7 subscribers right now, which is 193 less than what we had
Start from the bottom.
a week or so ago.
Start from the bottom.
Start from the bottom, now we're here. So in order to get to the top faster, I brought in the hitters.
I like that.
I got the Servis brothers here tonight.
Nice.
Back for a second time. Excited about it.
Oh yeah.
We got to hang out like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, probably about that.
So you guys are doing some cool stuff right now. I want to talk about the water thing.
Yeah.
Let's just fucking talk
We'll
about it.
we'll get through it finally.
Yeah,
We'll just finally,
jump
because
into
we just have been putting off the water conversation.
have
I
been.
feel like this is a great place to have a conversation about water because there's more than just me listening.
Yep.
And then maybe we can just like machine gun the water conversation.
Exactly. Word.
So we're about to pitch the water conversation.
Yeah.
Sure. We'll give you our sales pitch on it. Yeah.
So
yeah.
so the water situation, as I understand it, is a machine, small little,
Yep. Little-
coffee size
yeah,
maybe
yeah.
thing that you put on your countertop so you can change
Yeah,
the
no
pH.
bigger than a laptop or anything like that. And what it is doing is it's kind of replicating what a natural spring does. So it's electrolytically enhanced alkaline water. So it's just really cool. It's natural alkaline water. So we can get into kind of what happens when you bottle water, or how they make alkaline bottled water and why it's not natural.
Well, let's go back one step.
Sure.
We have water. Isn't water just water?
No. So that's another thing. So a lot of people have trouble with wrapping their minds around the fact that water can be different.
Yeah.
So this machine that we have makes 7 kinds of water. And when I say 7 kinds, I mean it just makes 7 different kinds of pHs, which then have different applications depending on the pH of the water.
And pH refers
To the acidity or alkalinity of the water.
Okay.
And so so it starts off with the first setting is 2.5 and 11.5. So, it has 2 nozzles on the machine, a gooseneck on the top that allows you to drink the good alkaline water, and then it filters out acidic water out of the bottom. So when you hit the 2.5 button on the touch screen, it'll produce acidic water out of the bottom and the 11.5 extremely alkaline water out of the top.
So it needs to be like located near a sink, I guess?
Yeah. So I'll show you a picture of it.
What's it called?
In a second. It's called Kagen, and the company that makes it is called Enagic. So it's a Japanese water system. They've been using it in Japan for the last 50 years or so, and it's only really came over to the States in the last 15 years. And it's been getting a lot of traction now that the health things.
How do you spell Kagen? Can we
So
put?
So look up.
Do they have an Instagram?
Enagic. Yeah, they do. Enagic. Look up Enagic. ENAGIC.
Plus sign?
Enagic, yeah. So Enagic USA.
It's so the
I know it's slow on you. I'm just messing with you. You said E and you're like plus sign.
So like that's the machine that we have.
Right there on the left?
Yeah, all the way on the left. Up, yeah, that's what we have, the K8. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly it right there.
Okay.
And so so when you do the 2.5, it makes hydrochloric acid, which is hospital-grade disinfectant. So we use the 2.5 to clean any cuts, piercings, burns that we might get.
Okay.
You can gargle with it. It kills MRSA, strep throat, tuberculosis.
Corona?
It kills corona.
It kills corona.
2.5 till I die.
Exactly.
Yeah, dog.
So any kind of like, bronchitis, any kind of respiratory issue, gargling will help with that. It's also a natural insecticide, fungicide, and pesticide. So it's getting a lot of attention in cannabis industry right now.
Why is that?
Because you can now grow cannabis without any kind of pesticides, even organic. There are organic pesticides still.
So you can, because they're watering it with the 2.5?
So there's no more hazmat suits now. There's no more paperwork. There's no more money on chemicals. And then so when you do use the sprayers and the chemicals, you have to clean your pipes and your tubes out after doing so. As the Kagen water is going through your pipes, it's also disinfecting them.
So if you have, say I have a clogged drain.
So we do it in our tub.
I literally this morning scrubbed my toilet, our tub, and our sink with just spraying it with 2.5 water.
So it's like
so
3
no
times stronger.
soaps, no chemicals, or anything.
So the whole
like that.
idea of this machine is
Have you ever heard about this?
Yeah, I've heard about it. It's just a little
So
bit.
the whole idea of the machine is to essentially, one, preventative health for yourself, but it's also great to decchemicalize your house. So like he was saying, so 3 times stronger than bleach.
Can you drink the 2.5?
You can.
But
You can.
would you just like?
You wouldn't. You don't.
You don't, but you can. So like,
It's not going to be good for you.
What would happen if I drank 2.5?
You'd probably just fucking shit your pants and
You'd have like diarrhea. Your
yeah.
body would just
Yeah.
exfil.
yeah.
Clear you out.
So it's
Interesting.
even cool in restaurants. Like you can have the 2.5 as your sanitizer. So the health department can come in, stick their pH strips in it, see that it is sanitized pH, and then you can sip it. So it's pretty cool that like you can.
But you would like rinse it out and like
Sure.
spit it out.
Yeah, but just for like purposes, being a gangster, you can just fucking take a sip of that. And be like, yeah, look.
Dude, what if that's
You know
what?
what I'm
What if that's what like? What if that's the world we come to? That like people are just flexing on each other, being like,
Yep.
"What do you drink?"
What are you drinking? That'd be a
I got
great
that
world to be in.
Like tapping 2.5, dude. Like, you're crazy.
Crazy.
dog.
So I
Taking years off your life.
I actually will tell you a story about the 11.5 that
Oh my god.
fucked me up. So 2.5 natural disinfectant. We use it at all of our dinners. We disinfect the whole kitchen and stuff when we're done with the 2.5 water. Insecticide, pesticide, kills a bunch of other kind of viruses and germs. And then the 11.5 is really cool.
Is that the? Do you want to go through like the levels, or are we just gonna jump
we're
to the
going
top?
But I'm just saying. So when you hit the 2.5 button,
Mm.
the first button all the way on the left, when you hit that, it makes the 2.5 acidic water, and at the same time, simultaneously makes 11.5 alkaline water.
Okay.
So that's why I just cover them both in the same basis.
Oh, because
You know what I mean? It's
it's
the
coming
same
out of two
setting,
different
the same
places.
setting,
Yeah,
exactly.
Oh, so you would collect the water you're cleaning with from the bottom,
And the fucking
then
alkaline from the top.
Oh,
top,
so
exactly.
so just ease of use.
Exactly.
It's just dual function
Exactly,
settings, so they don't have to have
exactly.
2 buttons. They
But
can
it's
just have
just for that.
Just for
Everything else, all the other 5 buttons or whatever,
I
are one
understand
button.
why
Yeah,
you're talking about
yeah,
the 11.5.
So the 11.5 is a natural degreaser. So when we were working in our house, when we started our event business,
And that's the complete opposite way. It's more
Complete-
base or more acid?
more alkaline. So the
more
lower,
base.
the
More
lower,
base.
yeah, the lower is more acidic. The higher is more base or alkaline. And so when we started this business in our house, we would use the 11.5 to clean our hood vents. So we'd soak our hood vents in water, and it would work better than any kind of chemical degreaser we've used in the
Like
restaurants.
we would soak our stove grates,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff, and or spray it and then wipe them off, and
That was really cool.
It worked way better than your fucking, I guess, kitchen grade degreaser,
which is
that-
extremely toxic to human beings and
Yeah.
toxic in food and toxic to people like don't understand
Yeah,
why.
you spray that kitchen stuff up in the hood, and you get that, and it like
Oh,
tingles when it
Exactly.
touches
I've
your
gotten
skin.
chemical burns
You're like,
and
eh.
stuff from it. You
Dude,
know,
I
in
mean,
restaurants.
we've in restaurants pour it right on a hot flat top, and you're breathing it in.
yeah.
Yeah.
That is not good for you.
No, it's not.
I've had
Like
chemical burns on my arms and stuff from like getting that shit on me. So that's really cool. We use it we take like a half shot of it before we go to bed, like a half ounce, and that'll naturally help your body release melatonin. That's really cool. You can use the 11.5 as a laundry detergent. So again, going back to getting rid of chemicals in your house. So you're saving plastic, you're saving money on detergent, and then like got into talking about like using 11.5 as detergent, and a couple drops of like essential oil to make your clothes smell good.
How
still.
do you administer the 11.5 water to your like laundry process though?
Oh, you would just put it in a quart container and just dump a little bit in the.
So you just throw it in just the
Yeah,
detergent,
just
like you would the
detergent.
detergent.
Yeah,
Same
same
thing,
kind of thing.
Interesting. And then
Yeah.
like that amount of the solution would then,
Yeah.
dilute the water that's
Yep.
coming in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And
Interesting.
again, I'm not sure. The there are certain.
I mean, you guys smell good.
I mean, you guys. So there are certain things that like we still haven't implicated, and that's one of them. I just know you can do this. It's just been a process of getting the rest of the household on board with it, and going through it. Again, it's something that when you first get this machine, it is pretty intimidating. It's something that took us a long time. Now we are really comfortable with the functioning of it, and
just because of technology.
Yeah. You just certain things like you just don't.
On a level of 1 to 10, though, like my mom being a 2 level technology.
Sure.
What level are you?
Oh, dude. Oh, we're like a fucking 5.
Okay.
If that, maybe.
Okay.
We suck at technology. It's not our strong suit. Even the social media stuff.
So Gilmore's like a 10.
Oh yeah.
We're like at
a
4.
5. 5 or 4. If you want to compare us to Gilmore, like a 4. And so that's really cool. And
so somebody that is pretty much technologically inept
could
run this thing.
It's extremely
Absolutely.
easy. And again, I can send you, or if I send it to you, if you put it in any show notes or anything like that, we can put a file that I think personally is the best introduction to Kagen water, and it's the 68 ways to use Kagen. So it breaks down all the pHs and how to use them, which is essentially what I'm just.
It's like, oh, Dan, I didn't know you could
I'm
do
just
this.
spitting this out to you.
pretty much.
I'm just reading what I remember from this file to people. Again, we put it into use, but that's kind of like.
So you read literature
me
and then
personally.
you're sharing that with other people.
Exactly.
That's called teaching. I think.
Yep,
That's
exactly.
what everyone does.
And so,
people do that for a living.
yeah, and we're starting to get there too. So natural degreaser. We use it for melatonin. You can use it in your laundry detergent. You can put a gallon of it in your bathtub, and it's better than Epsom salts. And then the coolest thing that really got us like more interested in buying it is you soak your produce in it, and you should see how fucking disgusting your produce is.
Yeah.
Like our water literally will be as brown as that brandy or that scotch over there. Like
Scotch.
the amount of chemicals that come off of your food, even organic food, is staggering. It's really.
So is that like chemicals or is it just dirt?
No, it's chemicals.
Chemicals.
Our water turns yellow, bro.
The 11.5 is like
So it takes
taking
off,
everything
it
off.
takes off like aspartame. I think that's what it's called. A really harmful chemical that's sprayed on like the Dirty Dozen. So the Dirty Dozen is like the 12 most chemically sprayed foods.
Which are
apples and strawberries are the two tops.
Okay.
So like we see that a lot when we've done strawberries.
So like, without sounding too, I guess, aggressive,
Sure.
if you are one of these people that take, cleaning and organic and that lifestyle seriously, and you don't have one of these, and now you've learned about it,
Sure. You're
a
just
joker.
helping yourself.
you're
Yeah,
basically just a fraud.
Yep. Oh yeah, sure. Be
So
aggressive
that's what I'm
about it.
saying.
Yeah,
I'm trying
sure,
to sell
sure.
some units here.
Sure,
Yeah,
fucking
sure.
right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I've
So
been
like,
trying
if
to
you,
get
Like, we haven't even gotten into like the
cool
health
shit.
aspect.
I
of
know
it.
that. That's why we're
Yeah.
pre-selling
Yeah,
right
yeah,
here.
yeah,
So
yeah,
like, we already already got like 2 or 3 people on the hook.
So
for one
this
of these.
says right here,
Not including myself.
contact an Enagic independent distributor.
Who's that?
When you buy Kagen, you get.
You're one of these
I'm a- yeah,
distributors.
exactly.
You're a distributor.
Yep.
Oh no shit.
So I was trying to say to
So
you.
you don't just own one of these units.
Yeah, exactly. That's why
Okay.
we talk about it a lot. And again, we do not try and sell these.
No,
we
we are
talk
not
about it.
salespeople of it.
We talk about it at every one of our events to our guests, and we explain to them why we use this water, why we care about our guests, the reciprocity of our process of using this water, and if they just so happen to be interested in it and
I'll be completely
organically
honest
want to
with
buy
you.
one.
I'll be completely honest with you. I've blown off the water conversation probably like 8 times.
Every time that I've been at your house.
And then I'm always like, we're gonna do the water thing in about T-minus.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, dude, I want to do the water thing, just not right now.
Yep, uh-huh.
And then Sunny, like, I don't know if it was Sunny or
They had
Sunny's
it.
wife.
They had it.
Yeah, they were.
They have it in New York.
Yes, somebody in her family or his family is like deep in the game.
Yeah.
And when you were telling them like, oh, that's such and such water, and Sunny was like,
Oh.
oh shit, and I was
So-
like, wait, Sunny's got one of these,
Yep.
and I don't have one of these.
Uh-huh. So I'm
And then I was like, when you guys want to come on the podcast and talk about this?
So I'm like not gonna lie to you. When we meet somebody, and Sonny is the perfect example.
Yeah.
When we meet somebody and say, "Oh, yo," and then something special with the water we bring. This is called Kagen water. When they say, "Oh no, we have this," it's like you fucking get it, bro.
Yeah, you're
Like we had this connection that
fucking
like, yo,
respect,
you
dog.
get it,
just,
you
like,
understand.
touch your fingers together.
Exactly,
and split 'em.
exactly. So yeah.
But also, hold on, with that, going back to the fucking 11.5, after you soak your produce and everything in it, it adds a 14-day shelf life to your produce more than what it would have been.
So being chefs and stuff, one, you're getting rid of all the chemicals, all the pesticides, any kind of harmful bacteria.
Because all that stuff's the bacteria that's living, the microbes that are living on the outside of that
Sure.
are
Essentially rotting it.
Yeah, once you it's decaying. That's what their existence is for. So that water is getting rid of like all the like micro life.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure you can probably find a video on their Instagram of like the water that's like yellow and disgusting. But
somebody needs to talk to. They could do a better job with the Instagram.
They could.
They could, yeah.
They definitely could.
Yeah.
But it is wild. Like when you get up to like the really high, when you get up on the, so see that little tube in the bottom? That's the acidic tube in the bottom. You see that?
On the right.
That little.
That little chode John.
Yeah.
Peen boy.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, like when you get up, when you get really high up and selling these, are you talking kind of the thousands? Yeah, you talking about getting like $80,000 a month for the rest of your life, and like $5,000 in every machine you sell. Like there are some people who I know who've gotten into this as retirement plans.
And they make a
considerable
considerable
living.
living.
Dude.
Yeah, a great living.
OnlyFans water edition.
It
pretty
really
much,
is.
yeah.
Okay.
And so so that's the 11.5 and 2.5. That's the first setting. The next setting is 6.0, which they call beauty water, which is the pH of your skin. So it's a natural skin toner. So none of that shit they sell at Ulta for $30 a bottle that you spray on your
the
face.
fucking skin conditioner
Skin
spray.
conditioner.
I know of like the skin.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know either, but
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna say yeah.
So this machine makes that for free.
I use that
So
shit.
exactly.
I have a skincare routine. But like I
Do you see how he said that and didn't even waver? We
No,
we could have
I know.
laughed in his face, and Gilmar was like, "I don't care. You guys are."
I don't give a
idiots."
shit, bro. I'm
Dude,
taking
Dude,
care of myself.
I got good
Your skin
skin,
only-
no wrinkles.
Your skin looks great, dog.
It's the biggest
Really?
organ on your body.
Yeah, because my girl is really into it, so she
Sure.
got me into it. So she buys shit that's like paraben free and
Yep.
acid free and all that shit. So she makes sure she's buying the right shit,
Sure.
but continue.
The
I'm
machine
pretty
makes
sure
it for free, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And so it's pH of your skin, so wonderful for that. Great skin toner, and it's also a natural conditioner. So same kind of thing. His girlfriend just found out recently the shampoo and conditioner they use, they put formaldehyde in it.
Or so they say.
Or so they say.
It's probably true because
It's
everything
probably-
you
it's
yeah,
probably
true.
true. Yeah. And so he was like, "Babe, why don't you just put your head under the Kagen water? You see that?
Interesting.
Why don't you put your head under the Kagen machine? It's same kind of thing. I want my hair to smell good. Okay,
Sounds
Deal.
dirty. He's like, put
So-
your head under the Kagen. come over here and see what the Kagens do.
But so same kind of thing. Like conditioner with the Kagen water and drop some essential oils in your hair.
Oh,
And
geez.
you're gonna smell good, and you're gonna have benefits of natural conditioner. No,
Have we embarked on this journey?
I mean, I don't really have hair. Like,
Oh no,
to
I'm saying
condition,
the
She hasn't. No,
No,
she
she
has
hasn't.
not. No.
I can't. I'm not conditioning my hair.
yeah. See, the women don't trust things with their hair.
Yeah, they don't.
But these chemicals they put in their hair is fine.
and
there's
the
makeup
shit
and the
and
makeup.
the shit all over their face and
Yeah.
it clogs their pores and
You know what I'm gonna
they
say?
say,
I'm gonna
"Oh
say
my
the
god,
F-
I'm breaking
I'm gonna say
out."
the F word. Fraud. You want to be healthy, but you don't.
You don't. And so cool. So that's 6.0. I think there's
It's also great for
we
plants.
also so we use 6.0 for so going back to the cannabis industry, watering their plants with all 6.0 water. Which
Is that like all plants,
So a
or
lot
is
of
that
plants
just
do like slightly acidic soil, especially in flowering plants. So anything in your garden, cannabis,
tomatoes?
anything like that. Exactly.
Yep.
Tomatoes.
Okay.
Anything that's flowers and produce fruit, like a slightly acidic, not like a 4, but like a 6.7. So we use a 6.0, and then we top it off with a little bit of the 7.0. Just to up a little bit of the alkalinity in it, I guess. And I've like literally had seedlings dying, and like I spritz them with this water, and I come back like later on that day, and they're fucking back to life, which is awesome.
It's like we got the goods.
Exactly,
we
got the
got the
good,
good shit.
exactly.
Yeah.
So that's really cool.
You know what they should do, or maybe you guys should do, is get like some clips from the Waterboy movie.
Yeah.
Oh.
And be like, water's better. Be like, Kagen's better.
And then and then it goes to 7.0, which is clean water, which is neutral. So that's great for baby formula. It's great for fast acting medicine or making your medicine fast acting. So when I say that, I use, because I don't know a lot of people's health backgrounds and shit, I use the example of Adderall every time, just because everybody can understand it. So
A lot of our generations on
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So
We'll cut right to it.
exactly. So a half hour before you take your Adderall, a shot of 7.0 water.
Okay.
Take your Adderall. A half hour after, another shot. It's gonna make it instantly absorb into your body, and I can get into the micro clustering of the water molecules in Kagen are so small. It's naturally absorbing into your body immediately. So in the morning, we chug water and go for a run right away. There's never sloshy feeling.
Never
There's
bloated
never
feeling.
bloatedness. It's actually hydrating you on a cellular level. So it's hydrating your organs the way it's supposed to. It's the only water that can cross your blood-brain barrier. So it's actually hydrating your brain. Like when you're hungover, it's because your organs are taking water out of your brain to
Run.
Exactly.
operate.
Sure, exactly.
Function.
Perfect way to put it. So that's what a hangover essentially is, because you're so dehydrated. So it's the only thing that hydrates your organs, your cells, your brain the way it's supposed to. So because the molecules are so small, we can brew tea with cold water. We can brew coffee with cold water. Helps your medicine go right into your body right away. It helps pull nutrients out of your food better. So your body's now assimilating the nutrients from the food you're eating better. We can use less salt in our food because it's pulling natural flavor out of it. These are some of the things that we're really like, fuck,
That's
we need to buy
crazy.
this.
So do you think when you do sell it,
Sure.
right? Do you think that price is something that is an obstacle the most of the time?
It's
Absolutely.
the biggest thing.
It's $5,000. We'll just get cut to it right now.
Yeah, it's 5Gs. But really, if we're talking about it, anybody that's like bodybuilders,
So, yo,
athletes,
yeah.
Before you even
working out,
finish that-
health, it's like all these people are spending thousands
So do you
of
wanna
dollars
hear-
a year, including myself,
Sure.
on, fish oil,
Yep,
protein,
yep.
pre-work,
Yep.
all this stuff. But like, if you took every day in the year and divided that by
Yep.
5,000, it
Yep.
really wouldn't probably be that much money.
And again,
it's
there
not.
are payment plans that are very easy. We just wanted to just buy it outright and not fuck around with any of that stuff. The only sales pitchy thing that we say to people, like what exactly what
Lay
you
it
just
on us.
said,
Look in the camera.
is so we always like pitch to people like, yo, what is the price of peace of mind? Your body is 70% water. Your diet should be 70% water. If I'm going to put 70% of the shit in my body, I want it to be the cleanest and the best quality it can possibly be to make sure that my body's functioning the way it's supposed to.
We've just gotten so far down the road we're on
Sure.
that it's now too taxing to like go to the extent
Sure.
of just living naturally,
Sure.
which is kind of a
But now-
crazy
but I-
idea.
but
Like when
now
you
it
sit
really
down,
is, Yeah, it
if
is.
like you want to get into it, like and think about like
Sure.
1984
Sure,
or any
sure.
of these like communist books
Yeah,
or
yeah.
political
Yep.
war, like all this stuff that's like nobody's talking about the fact that like
We're not a part
it's
of nature.
now like people there's like things like called food deserts.
Yeah.
Where there's like people are living and there's nowhere to buy food.
Yeah.
Like well what the
fuck?
Or
What?
Whole Foods at least. Like I'm not meaning Whole Foods, but like you can't buy a fucking apple or an
Yeah.
orange or
Yeah.
a whole piece of food.
you can get it shipped to your house, but like
Yeah.
if you can get it to your house from Amazon,
It's still processed probably and
Yeah.
picked before it's ripe and
2.5
not
then
nutrient-dense.
11.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Right?
So yeah, so that's 7, and then the coolest thing with 7 is it's great for animals. So animals have a higher level of consciousness than people do, so they can see energy differently. They also have a heightened sense of smell, and so we've even done it in our house. You know, you put 2 bowls, tap water, Kagen water. You can fucking Houdini them around as many times as you want or whatever, and you can always watch your animal pick the Kagen water. They can see the energy in it. They can probably smell it. They know that it's just better for them. So we have 4 cats, a bearded dragon, and a snake that all drink 7.0 Kagen water,
It's crazy.
which is
Yo,
awesome.
that bougie
That
life.
Bougie
Yeah,
shit,
yeah.
dog. Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
and
but
then,
what's your bearded dragon eating?
exactly? so all of those.
Like, yo, it's funny. Even his crickets drink 7.0 water.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
right,
Oh, dude, all the way, dude.
Yeah.
Everybody gets love.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
dude.
So all of those that we just talked about, you don't drink. So
Yeah.
they have those applications that we just went over. And yeah, there are more of them. The 11.5 is like an eye wash, which I'll tell you a story about. And then
Whoa.
and then we go to 8.5, and that's what you start drinking. We use 8.5 in our house and at our events for all of our guests and for all of our coffee and tea. So you start with 8.5, and you drink a gallon a day, or 3/4 of your body weight in ounces. If you shoot for a gallon a day, that usually covers mostly fucking everybody. And so when you do that high amount, you're going to have detoxing effects. And when I say detoxing effects, I just mean like, a slight headache, some like maybe sweaty back, sweaty pits, and you'll have like loose bowels. Not meaning, because people get extremely weirded out when I say that, not meaning you can't physically hold your shit. or you're going to shit your pants, meaning, this might be a little loose for the next couple of days. And so you start with 8.5 and you do the large quantity until you don't have any more of those effects besides just peeing all the time. And you're going to urinate all the time when you start drinking a gallon of water a day of any kind of water. Then you go to 9.0 after those effects are done. We use 9.0 for all of our cooking. Everything. Purees, pickles, brines. When we come to your house and cook pasta, we boil the water.
Fucking blanching liquid.
So you guys have
cooling liquid, everything.
You guys have your kitchen,
sure,
and
so
then you have one of these at your house.
So so we have one at our house where we fill up like big gallon containers to bring with us. Like when we leave the house in the morning, you should see it.
Yeah.
We have our half gallons of these. We fill up 2 or 3 gallons of 9.0
So eventually
water.
you'll just get a second one.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're gonna
have to when
when
we separate and stuff like that.
The separation?
Not
I
anytime
don't
soon.
want to talk about it, dude.
I want to talk about it. It's a touchy subject. But yeah, eventually when we separate or move out and
Just
stuff.
get a duplex.
I know.
Yeah, dude, I probably should. That's probably best case
Go
scenario.
in slow on it.
I
Just get a house
know.
that's connected.
So
Yeah.
we already live in a twin. We just buy Claire out on the other side.
Yeah. That'd be dope.
So yeah, that's what we use 9.0 for. And then the 9.5, you just fucking drink all day, every day, baby.
And yeah, this
That's
9.5 is just fucking drinking water.
Just drinking water. And so we drink 9.5 all day, every day. Our dad comes over every 2 days and fills up bags. He drinks it. Our grandfather was actually just diagnosed with something, I don't know what it is, where his gut is producing too much acid. So it's cool they actually prescribed to him alkaline water, which is a cool thing to see from a pharmaceutical standpoint, I guess. But then that gets us into
From a medicinal
Sure,
standpoint.
exactly.
Pharmaceuticals aren't involved
okay.
there. You would not hope.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck the drugs.
Yeah, whatever. So that gets us into now the bottled alkaline water. So you cannot naturally bottle alkaline water. So again, this gets back into the kind of the woohoo spiritualness of the amazing planet that we live on. Everything has spirit. Everything is alive, right? Everything is living. If you want to really, really get down to it, like this rock, this marble is alive. That fucking table of wood technically has spirit from a tree that it once was. Like,
Where you got like electrons and molecules
yeah,
moving
exactly,
around.
Exactly. And so water is fucking living, right? So our water, it will die in like 3 days.
Yeah.
It'll still be very clean, filtered water, but it's not going to have the anti-inflammatory, the anti-aging, the antioxidants, the anti-cancer effects that it has when it comes out of the faucet naturally.
Would it still be the same pH level?
I'm not sure. It's a good question.
Interesting.
I think it would still be the same pH level, but like you
But
just
the
said,
hydrogen's now dead. The
hydrogen's dead.
The hydrogen is like the antioxidant. That's the anti-inflammatory, the anti-aging, blah, blah, blah.
which I think is what makes it that pH. So I think it actually probably wouldn't. I
Yeah,
think at that
it's a good
point it'd
question.
probably just be
I'll ask the experts.
I think it would just be like clean, purified water.
Yeah. And so when you look at, which is like so funny, it's one of those like duh things but nobody thinks about. Like, so next time you're in a grocery store, pick up a bottle of Essentio or a bottle of Pure or whatever these alkaline water brands are. And I say this very passionately. Water should never have a fucking ingredient list. But they do.
Okay.
Look at Essentia, and you're going to see that it's reverse osmosis water, and it's enhanced with calcium chloride and sodium bicarbonate, which is just baking soda. So you're drinking baking soda water. Me personally, I don't want to drink baking soda water. I want to drink clean, natural, alkaline water. And so that's kind of what you get into where you cannot bottle natural water. Reverse osmosis is a process that is taking out everything out of your water. And we kind of use like a personification when we explain this of going back to water has spirit, it has memory. In my personification, when you take away the water's friends or the molecules and the minerals inside of it, the water remembers who its homies were, right? Not saying people drink distilled water because you never should, but if you do drink distilled water that has nothing in it, the water is going to find its homies in your body, which is in your bones, in your joints, in your organs. So drinking reverse osmosis water, which is then enhanced with some bullshit chemicals, you're going to feel more depleted.
Thirsty.
You're going to feel more thirsty. You know what I mean? It's not going to do what it's supposed to be doing for you. It's not true alkalinity. It's not natural. So it's just something that I feel like we go to people's houses and we like shatter their fucking worlds.
Like we literally watch just like their color run out of their face. Like, oh yeah, I drink alkaline water. I have this right here, and he's just like, yeah, well that's fucking false.
Oh, let me show
And
that
like,
for
we
a
just
second.
watch.
You hit him with
like,
the F word?
Sometimes, yeah.
Depends who they
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's really interesting. And then you get into just the bottled plastic shit of like anything domestic, right, has probably been in that plastic water bottle for 2 to 4 months.
Yeah.
Probably not in a temperature-controlled environment. Probably in a warm warehouse. Like, I'm sure everybody tells you when you have a bottle of water in your car, don't drink it. It's constantly releasing BPA, which is a chemical known to cause cancer that's in plastic. I just saw a meme before we sat down, actually, that said the plastic bottle industry does not make water. They make plastic bottles.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck about the water. They're making plastic bottles. And then so you get into anything that's imported, so the fancy water, the Essentia, the Smart Water, the Fiji. That's probably been in that bottle for 6 to 18 months.
Dang.
And then it gets to the store, and then you buy it. And who knows? Some people...
So you think by having like the Fiji waters, you think you're being like fancier,
You're
but
not.
in
You're
reality
just
you're being less than
extremely
fancy.
uneducated. Exactly, yeah. And so again, we even see...
I drink Fiji water.
Hell yeah.
Not gonna lie, I see that shit, I pick it up too.
Gilmore's seen it.
Oh, yeah. And
Tom's got Fiji water. I drink it every time.
And so it's funny, but even like, we did it our whole lives growing up. Yo, you keep your bottled water in the garage in the fucking hot summertime. You drink that shit warm. Like, it's just something that, again,
You don't think about.
it's not taught. And then we get into other conspiracies of maybe it's not taught to you for a reason. Maybe there's a reason why we don't know these things.
I feel like you should hit the subscribe button on
I
this
think you
episode.
should. This is a good one.
Yeah, YouTube or on the podcast
Yes, let
apps.
us
So,
know.
yeah.
Seriously, we just shattered a whole bunch of a bunch of people right now are probably driving, being like, "Holy Jesus!"
Shit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, man. So it's really,
And then they're
really
like,
cool.
"Ah."
Yeah, they're like, no, it's funny actually. It's been coming up a lot actually recently. We talk about like as humans, we are the only species who knows what is good for us, that makes us feel and I guess operate the best, and choose not to do those things.
Yeah, it's true.
We all know McDonald's does not make you feel good, yet we all love eating it. We all know plastic bottled water is not good, yet we all choose that over this. We all know exercising makes you and your body work better, yet probably the majority of humans don't fucking exercise.
Yeah, and I think that, I mean, that's a deep dive there.
Yeah, that's,
because
that's a fucking another rabbit
yeah,
hole,
I don't even know where to start with that because there's so many inconsistencies that are available to us minute to minute.
Yeah.
Sure. Yep.
And I say to Gilmore sometimes, I'm like sometimes I just feel alone on some of these things because it's like,
yeah, man.
like I'm not a particularly special person in any regard like that. So it's like, if I see it this way, like, why are people falling in line on these topics or situations when it's just the wrong way?
Mm-hmm.
And like, you're just kind of like, oh man.
So we have
Why,
something.
is it easy? Is it because things are easy?
So I think
sometimes it's dopamine where like
Sure,
you get that
exactly.
hit
Sure. I
from
think
from some of those things you were mentioning.
It's
But
convenience.
most of that stuff is just easy.
Yeah, it's convenience.
So what I thought we mentioned it when we were together last time about choosing your hard, right?
Yeah.
So eating McDonald's, being out of shape and unhealthy, being extremely unfulfilled at your job, being unmotivated is very hard.
Well, like what I was like saying for like the hard, like avoiding the hard things,
Sure.
are stuff like this, like a perfect situation of me avoiding the hard, and like this is how you have to like deal with it. So this was probably like 2 weeks ago. Like I'd been slacking on running, so I was like, I will, to make sure I run tomorrow and I don't skimp out. Like when I go outside running, you run far away, you gotta run back.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I'm saying? You can't get off. You can get off a treadmill. You can't get off a run.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because then you're just walking.
Yeah, absolutely, sure.
And you're wasting the day.
Yeah.
So I got up early as fuck, and my commitment the night before was like, I'll go run in Tyler Park.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
But then like run the next morning, fuck, it's still dark out. It's gonna be dark out until I'm done this run.
Yeah,
I'm gonna run in Tyler Park. This is stupid. I'm driving. I get to like Shady Brook Farm.
Yep.
And I'm like, like I could just like run around the parking lot at the gym, or like run around like the area and like the same miles, and then like just go into the gym and shower or whatever. But, like, and then literally you catch yourself.
Yep.
And you're like, because I just had that idea, no compromise on anything, I'm driving straight to the park.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
exactly.
Because I just caught myself being
Yep.
just taking the
Dude.
easy way.
Well,
And when you get in the habit, like sometimes people think that like I do things to like be like, oh, Andrew's doing it.
Sure.
It's like that's not it at all. It's because I've like consistently committed to like not going that like the
That
other
way.
way on things
Yeah,
so many times that like now I'm where I'm at.
Yep.
Dude, we talk about all the time, so we do the whole fucking, cold shower practice every morning, all that kind of shit. You know what's worse than getting in that cold water?
If you don't
Fucking arguing with yourself about getting in that cold water.
Going
Or-
back and forth in
yeah.
your own mind.
Just do
What's
it.
worse than that though is like the next day when you're like, oh man, I got to do a cold shower today, and I bitched out yesterday.
Exactly.
exactly.
I'm such like if when I bitch out on things, I obsess over it.
Oh, yeah, so do we.
I think Gilmore's probably seen it a few times. Like I'll just like it. I'll literally just be like,
Yep.
that decision was 15 minutes ago, and I regret it so hard
Oh,
right
yeah.
now that like
Oh yeah.
This whole day is
I'm fucking
ruined.
thrown off now.
This whole day is ruined.
Yeah.
So again, like what you
Yeah.
were saying, it's hard to do the unactive things, and then it's hard to wake up early. It's hard to eat healthy. It's hard to exercise. It's hard to create a job that you get fulfillment with.
It's hard to be disciplined to yourself.
But now,
I think what I've realized though over the last year plus, because for a long time I was really frustrated with like living this way, and then like you see people not capitalizing on all their time, and it's like, well, why can't I get some of your time?
Sure.
If
Yeah.
like you're just gonna sit on the couch, can I just like get some of yours?
Yep. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let me do some more stuff.
Sure.
So it's like, but at the end of the day, over the last year between like reading and like trying to like absorb like the other side of things where I'm standing on a lot of times is so far away that I'm like, how?
Yeah.
And then I get curious.
Sure.
And then I'm like, how do you believe this
Yep.
on topics? Like how? Like where were you born? Like how were you raised?
Yep.
Like who were your family and friends? Like why? Like what movies did you like growing up to make you think this? Like all those
way.
influences.
Sure.
And I've realized that like you can have people that I went to high school with that I've known since first grade that grew up way richer than me.
Sure.
Like or not. Like they have there's an ability for people to live in a completely different place than where I'm at.
Sure.
And I haven't realized that until like this year.
Yeah, man.
Like cuz when you're seeing like they're like you're talking to people and they're so passionate and like they're wrong, but like what if you're wrong?
Yeah, sure.
And it's like they're so passionate that like am I wrong?
Sure. Yeah. I feel
But
like
then
that
you're like you get into their ideas and they're like no, I can't be wrong.
Sure.
Cuz like that's wrong.
Yeah,
It's like but
exactly. What's right and what's wrong?
what's right and
I
what's
feel
wrong?
like that gets into respecting and accepting everybody's individual human experience, and also understanding that most people are just fucking feeding the ego.
Yeah.
And if they were to go against these beliefs that they're fucking passionately spewing on you, they would have to have an ego death, which would literally shatter their fucking world, shatter their upbringing, shatter everything they've ever thought and known about. Like you're literally asking. That's like the hardest thing for a human being to do or grasp.
Yeah, but I think that like when I was living in like a way where I was like doing things like when I was in architecture school or like and I was in a relationship then like and like my business wasn't doing so great. Like I knew all the things I was doing wrong.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Literally.
Sure.
Like I would think about it.
Yeah.
I'd be like, dude, if I just
you still did something.
if I just didn't, I just end this relationship or if, I just leave architecture school and focus on the business or what a passion, like just travel. Cause like you want to go play like, and then like I slowly just started like
doing those things,
just saying no to certain, like you just like, and then like once I got on like a little bit of that role, it was just like no turning back.
I feel like the biggest, most liberating moment of my life that I can remember to this day was learning that you can say no with no explanation.
Yeah.
No, I just don't want to.
Yeah.
No.
I don't want to is a good enough
Is
answer.
is a reason.
Yeah,
You know
but
what I'm
that
saying?
feeling of being able to like move through your life like that, like all of the people that have those opinions or beliefs or things that are just like based in like protecting their ego or whatever, like it's sad to know that like it's like all of this like freedom of like that internal like you talk to individuals and they're like they're super passionate and you can respect how passionate they are, but they're like that angst inside them is like is just tearing them to pieces and you're like, man, if you could just let go of it, like you would just be like because and you only know that because like I went through that. I was like I was that person, so I'm just like, dude, like, and like I've in the past I would try and like kind of like very poorly try and like in different like argumentative ways or different things to try and pull people over, and it just never worked because I was an asshole. But like you just kind of like, I wish more people in our world right now were experiencing like how great things are or could be or like that perspective, because it would completely turn around like a lot of our problems.
Yeah, it really would.
Domestically, locally, everything
man.
would just like turn around just from everybody just being like, this isn't like like whatever like fundamental thing is. Drink the water you drink isn't right. Change it.
I mean, I think
start there.
Just going with that. If people could just fucking realize and understand that we can have different opinions and still sit here and be friends and talk and have a engaging conversation without being like, no, dude, you're wrong. You're wrong. I hate you for that. If that could change,
well, again, like
a lot could change.
There's very rare people, like we were talking about Dan earlier.
Yeah.
Like I could outright get in a fight with him.
Yeah.
And then like we'd probably eat breakfast like 1 or 2 days later and be like, that was, let's not do that again for at least a couple more, And
Dude,
you like
we do it all the time.
Very like when you find those people, like you guys are brothers though.
Well, yeah, but
so my brother and I are like that. Like we've been through a lot.
We're
So
twins
it's like
too.
Yeah, so you have that. So like, but when you find those people in your life that you're just like, you can receive the hardness from them because you respect what they have to say. So when it like, sometimes for me, it's really difficult when someone has good intentions and then they like give it to me at the wrong time. I'm like,
you did it wrong.
Like,
you did it wrong.
I want to attack you right now. All because like you had good intentions,
but
like you just did it at the wrong time. Where there's like some people in my life, like probably like my brother, Ariel, depending upon what the topic is. Like there's few people there that can just like in the moment be like, what's up here with this? Like, what are you doing here? And you need those people.
Yeah, you do.
And I think a lot of people don't like having those people around.
Yeah.
So like people are disservice, like they're underserving themselves in that.
Going back to they're trying to serve their ego.
Yes.
And if you don't serve my ego, I don't want you around me.
Yeah.
That is an extremely toxic and hazardous place to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Bang.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to think real quick if I like have any people in my life. Who could it be?
It just comes back to like the unawareness, the unconsciousness. I just read The Power of Now actually recently.
Who wrote that?
Eckhart Tolle. And it just talks a lot about like which was really cool actually. It was one of the biggest things that stuck out to me. The best gauge of your own consciousness is how you handle life challenges, right? So most people, a challenge presents itself to them and they get more unconscious and more into like, fuck, I have to do this, I have to do that, blah, blah, blah. They stop thinking about everything else. But
so they separate from it and just they don't see like
they go into autopilot almost.
Okay.
They're unaware of what their thought patterns are actually doing.
Is that like a flight or fight response?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And a conscious person would do, when a challenge comes up, they would disassociate with it, if you will, take a breath and say, how are we going to handle this problem in the most responsible and reasonable kind of way? Or can I even handle this problem? Is this something for me to even be engaged with?
I think that's probably where I fail at.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is like I stay pretty detached. I do get off the rails occasionally, or if like it catches me at the wrong time. I do stay pretty detached, but it's like knowing what I can and can't fix. That's what I get hung up on.
Yeah.
Because it's like I think I can fix everything.
Sure.
Yeah.
With the dude, I got Gilmar. We got all this love. We got hard work.
We say the
like,
same
dude,
thing.
what else can what can't we do here? And then it's like, bro, like you gotta like stop
Slow
to
down.
everything.
Yeah, exactly.
And like you guys can't put an astronaut on Mars. Yes, we can. Don't say I can't.
Do it next week.
Exactly.
Gilmar's like, don't say that to him.
Watch us.
I'm gonna be going to Mars.
He'll be like, yo, cannons don't work in space.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, would you go to space? Like, if we could like figure that out, would you go?
Yeah, I'd go.
Now,
cool. Gilmar's in on space trip.
There is something that is being developed right now. If anybody listens to Aubrey Marcus, this guy was just on his podcast last week. I forget what it's called. It's called a worldview or some shit like that. But probably for people more in your kind of
shout out to plastic bottles.
yeah,
shout out
to plastic. Shout out to Deer Park, whatever the fuck. The Koch brothers.
Yeah, I'm
destroying
such
our
a
world.
fraud.
Yeah.
All right, so Aubrey Marcus.
But they're developing, and it's for people more in your financial demographic. But for $50,000, you can. So Jeff Bezos went to space a couple weeks ago for like $3.3 million ticket for 4 minutes, right? Extremely detrimental in the amount of gas and jet fuel they use, the amount of debris that comes
Yeah,
off
how
those
many
spaceships.
trees did they have to plant?
Exactly.
To offset?
Exactly.
They replanted the Amazon.
So there's a company that's making and it's using helium balloons, so you can go do a space thing
to stratosphere.
8 to 10 hours. So the idea of it is to kind of create what's called the overview effect.
Is there a bathroom on there?
I'm sure there is.
I would assume so.
Well, I mean, if I'm spending 50 G's on a stratosphere flight,
There should be a
I'm
bathroom.
probably drinking like 9.0 water, and my stools might be loose. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, it's going from like the Grand Canyon, the Great Barrier Reef.
Yeah, how mad would you guys be if I did this before getting one of these podcasts? Just like refinance my whole life just to go to space. You'll be like, I just refinanced everything. We going.
We going.
We in there. But
Huh,
yeah.
this is saying $250,000 a seat.
No,
dude.
that's
Okay.
the Virgin Galactic. They're trying to
Okay.
do it for 50,000.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know if is that a good idea though? You got a 20% reduction.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if I would trust a $50,000.
20%. It's like, so that's 80% reduction in price just because they moved the company to Arizona. That's what I'm reading. Get cheaper
So the whole
labor.
idea of it is that
That's cool.
it's supposed to give you what astronauts call the overview effect. And what that is that you're seeing our planet, our home, if you will, without borders. You're seeing it without any of the cities. You're seeing it as a whole. And it's supposed to kind of
Humble. I'm sure that's very
It's to humble you.
Yeah.
It's supposed
yeah.
to show you that like you are one with the planet. You're one with everybody on the planet. Why can't we live like that when we're actually down there?
Stop being an asshole.
Stop being a fucking asshole, essentially. That's kind of the idea
that's
of
cool.
it. You know what I mean? To make it more valuable for the average person and there's going to be like finance and payment plans and things like that than the fucking $3.3 million to go to space for 4 minutes.
What about VR?
Yeah,
I think it's not the same.
thing.
Maybe
We're
it's not
not.
the same.
Yeah, we're gonna use the F word here in a minute.
It's the same, bro.
Dude, we could be in VR right now.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah,
be.
we could.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're in the Matrix,
I don't even like-
dude. I've seen
I don't
two.
even like
I've had
thinking about that
two
shit.
deja vu situations here. They changed the Matrix twice today.
Dude, I've been trying to watch
Yeah,
the
talk about it.
Matrix.
with
You've
people.
never seen the
No, we
Matrix,
haven't.
dude? They're
Yo,
coming out with a
I
new
know,
one.
I
But yo,
know.
we did watch the game.
Dude, you saw the
We
game?
watched the game, dog.
Did
We
you watch
watched
it
the
yet?
game, dude?
What's the game?
Oh,
Dude, we watched it.
dude,
What is it?
dude.
Dog.
Should we do a podcast
About just the game.
about just the game?
should.
Yeah, we should.
Gilmar has to
should.
watch it then.
What
Yeah.
the fuck is the game?
Oh,
No. So Gilmar watches the game, and then we do a podcast like either here or at my house.
Yeah.
While the game's on.
Yeah.
Is it a movie?
Holy shit,
Dude,
dude!
it's
It is
stressful.
the movie.
Well, yeah. Andrew pitched it to us as, yo, this is the most stressful thing you'll ever
so
watch.
let me explain movies to like. I'm not a big movie
I'll
guy.
see that.
Either
I'll
way,
see
dude,
that.
we do not
Not a
watch
big
I love
movie guy,
movies.
but like I like in high school and college, like I in like whatever like honors English
Sure,
or something
yeah.
when you learn about like Shakespearean
Sure.
Yeah.
character development and stuff.
Yeah.
I got way into that.
Not that,
Okay.
not that
Like
game.
archetypes and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, not
Yeah,
no,
the
yo,
game.
Archetypes are sweet. All
So
that
like
shit's
I got
sweet.
really in, and I had this teacher.
Yeah.
I had this teacher, Miss Francois. Shout out.
Okay.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Literally had her senior year, and an interesting time in my life. And this lady put up with me and taught me a whole bunch of shit.
Sure.
Which was probably hard for her at the time.
Sure.
Yeah.
And one of the things, like she literally said one day, like today, like I'm going to ruin movies for you.
Sure.
And I was like, come on with the drama.
Sure.
Public school, please.
Yeah.
And she did. Like she literally taught the way, like I paid attention that day, and we learned like the character development. I got way into
Sure.
that, and
Yeah,
over
yeah.
like a very short period of time, like I could see in movies, like I would be pretty much almost all movies. I would just be like,
You were
all right,
saying-
this
yeah,
is what's gonna happen.
You're saying
Yeah.
it's what you're
Even
talking
like
about, yeah.
really radical
Sure.
shit, because
Yeah,
like
sure.
just all movies are fundamentally
Yeah,
once you
yeah, yeah.
They're
learn
the
that
same thing.
recipe, it's just ruined.
It's like music. I feel you. I
So
feel you.
when it doesn't have a good recipe, then I'm like, oh, this movie sucks even more
Sure.
because it's like these characters, like God.
there's a fucking guideline, you can follow it.
And
Go
like
on.
maybe that's partly like why I like doing like all this stuff
Sure.
because like
It's
it just
impromptu.
interests me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the game started and I was like, what in the fuck is this movie? And the first time I shut it off, I was like, this movie is fucking terrible. This movie is terrible. It is such a fucking like
Prediction.
off the wall movie.
Trip-
it was
trip.
it was just a trippy
Yeah.
like like you would get up from the couch and be like, God damn it.
Yo, that's
Like,
like what we
what
did.
is going on right now? And you just go to the bathroom, you'd come back and you'd be like, all right, start it back up again.
Yep.
Start back up again.
You couldn't not finish it.
I
So
love,
like,
I love
the
movies like
second
that.
time
Yeah,
I finished it and I got all the way through, because like I cut it off like a bunch of times in the movie. If you cut it off, it's like a whole nother movie.
Exactly, dude.
Starts
Exactly.
like you literally like get a whole different. It's like you ever read Goosebumps.
Oh,
Those books
yeah.
where you like turn to page 69 for this ending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like that. Like if
Yeah.
you shut it off at the wrong time, you'd be like, that movie was this type of movie, and it's
Yeah.
not at all.
Sure.
So I shut it off and then went about my life. And then a couple days later, my wife insisted on finishing it,
You were saying this was like frequently, like recent, right?
like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe like a month
exactly,
ago.
Yeah.
And I come in the room and it's like Sunday sometime, and she's like in the bedroom watching the movie because she had to finish it.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh god damn it.
Yeah.
And I come in like around the time that I left at.
Yeah.
So I caught a little bit, and then I sat there with her, and then I was like, holy shit.
What the fuck does that
What?
mean?
That wasn't, I did not see that coming. And then like it kept going. And then like 45 minutes later, I was like, oh my God, I'm so glad I finished this
Yeah.
movie, because this was a great movie.
Yeah.
Because like if you don't finish it, you're just like, this movie was a rat
Yeah.
race.
Yeah.
Which, yo, to be honest with you, I'm going to be 100% honest.
But it was a
disclaimer here.
great message.
Yeah.
Like
I
the movie
don't-
had a great
I
like,
don't think we finished it.
I think we got to like pretty much the very end.
I don't remember how it ended. To be honest. We smoke weed when we watch movies.
But yo, I'm
And
not
I do
gonna
not
lie.
remember
I
what
swear
happened.
it was definitely one of those movies when we did start it. You know, obviously we were smoking and shit. I was sitting there like bugging,
Dude,
Like, dude, my
eyes
it's
wide.
a
Eyes
it's
wide.
really stressful
my heart
movie.
is pounding, my stomach is in knots. Like, and I think we paused it because
Go to the Rotten Tomatoes. Let's read some of the reviews.
Yeah, I think
Because
fucking
the reviews are going to be brutal.
I think we ate dinner or some shit, and we sat back down, and I was like, all right, now I'm kind of ready to get back into it.
Know what movie we watched
What's it?
recently?
IMDb's fine.
That was
7.7
fucking-
out of 10.
that was awesome. We watched Annabelle the other day,
I haven't seen that.
and that was
It
fucking
was scary,
great,
man.
dude.
It was pretty.
Panic. The movie Panic Room is like this movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
this is a good movie, and not this movie's way more wild than Panic Room. 7.7 out of 10 on IMDb. All right, not bad.
Come on, man. Let's see some fucking reviews.
Yeah, where the fuck are the reviews at? Oh, user reviews?
Okay, 9 out of 10. Okay, I was surprised how much I enjoyed this one. Martin Haffer. Sean Penn is not the most popular celebrity and has created a few enemies over the years. However, this does. Why would you start it off with that,
Okay.
you fucking idiot,
What
Martin?
the fuck was that about?
Martin, oh my God. However, this does not make his performance nor the film The Game something to avoid. And considering I'm not a fan of him as a person, shut up, Martin.
Such a
No,
backhanded
nobody gives a-
compliment.
nobody
The
gives a fuck,
fact
man.
I
You're a
love this
piece of
movie
shit.
so much says a lot. The game is exceptional, and if Martin's worth anything, he's got a Kagen water system,
Yeah, he should.
and he's got his
Hopefully.
$50,000 ticket reserved for the moon. Get out of here,
For the
Martin. You'd be doing yourself a favor by watching it. The Game is one heck of a great film. I give it a well-deserved score of a 9 because it's so well written and entertaining. I will say that, Martin. I do agree.
I agree.
Let's go to a 1. Let's find a 1.
Let's find the lowest rating we can.
1 star. Yo, dude, on the left. That's where you were at.
Yeah.
You were at.
1 star.
Ah, yeah. So
Oh.
easy. Damn, they
There's
made
not
that
going to be
easy.
any 1 stars.
Oh,
terrible.
Okay.
Like opening a lavishly wrapped present and discovering the wrapping is all there. It's all there is.
May contain spoilers. We won't read that one. There are 2 reactions to this movie. People like it or hate it. Put me in the second camp. whether it was The Freshman or The Truman Show, you've seen this bad movie before. It's wishful fulfillment and arrogant. I don't agree with this.
I don't
What's
agree
this
with
dude?
that either.
This dude's name is One Potato 2.
Piece of shit.
That review's from 2002.
Piece of shit.
Yeah. Honestly, you know who One Potato 2 was? That's probably, a wife of somebody that's like fighting overseas,
Yeah.
and they got 3 crying kids in the background.
Whoever that is,
Right? She doesn't mean that.
whoever that is, does not have Kagen water.
They don't have. They do not have Kagen water,
Piece of
and
shit.
2002. It's 2021. Corona was pretty vicious.
It kind of changed.
It kind of lowered our standards.
One potato. They might be into a lot of carbohydrates. We don't know if these people are. They don't have Kagen water, so they're
Wait,
probably
hold
not
on. What
good
does
health.
that last sign say? It still flatters self-important dickheads into thinking that people in their lives are pawns manipulated for the benefit.
No, that's not what it is at all. That's exactly. They didn't finish this movie.
No.
Yeah,
They didn't finish this movie because that comment right there is exactly what the movie is not about.
Yeah.
It's the complete opposite of
Yeah.
that movie.
Huh.
Of that statement.
I want to watch it again.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go home
so
and
this is
watch
what
it
we'll do. Gilmore will watch
Nah,
it,
watch
and
it
then
first,
we'll do a thing.
Yeah, Gilmore has to watch it.
Maybe a YouTube video.
I gotta
will
finish
let us
it.
watch it. Like
Yeah.
maybe not a podcast. Maybe just like
Yeah, we can do that.
it's a wild show.
It is
Wild,
wild.
dude. Yeah.
Have you, a movie that sounds stressful is probably not the same premise. But have you guys seen Uncut Gems?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So stressful.
Way more stressful than this. movie.
0 to 100.
Yeah.
That movie
Right
was
away.
way more stressful than the game.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yes.
That was
Dude,
definitely a
fuck
good one.
Adam Sandler.
I love him,
I
man.
hate
I was
that
gonna say,
movie.
that's him, right? Yeah.
That
Yeah.
movie was so goddamn stressful.
Yeah, it was, dude.
Dude, if you grew up in any sort of like unstable environment,
Yeah.
like that movie is not for you.
PTSD.
Literally, like that movie is not okay. It's not
I gotta go
okay.
back and watch
It's
that one,
literally
too.
just like, to better describe Uncut Gems, it's Adam Sandler and he's just like this like 2-bit jewelry guy
Yeah.
who's hustling, and he basically, this, celebrity comes by his store and he convinces the guy to like, he like holds onto the dude's ring so he can like show it off to people, and he like loses the ring
Wait, doesn't
Kevin-
he pawn,
in a
Kevin
rock,
Garnett.
or
doesn't
he
he
pawns
pawn
it
somebody
to
in
like,
the end?
he like pawns it to like, spoiler alert, to like bet money, and then loses,
Yep.
and then this, and it's just like the whole movie is just like, oh my God,
Yep.
give my heart a goddamn break.
Yeah.
And the weird thing is that like nobody in this room lives like that guy in the movie.
No.
Yeah,
Like
right?
that guy is a piece of like,
piece of
nobody
shit.
in this room would be in situations like that guy is in.
No.
So like the fact that like we're getting stressed out about it with him is
Yeah.
testament to like how good the movie is.
man.
Because like none of us would ever find ourselves in like a situation with a bookie where we gotta like pawn off like a championship ring from
Yeah.
a celebrity.
I don't even bet. So
I don't bet at all.
Yeah.
I don't do any gambling.
I've never even
do
been to the fucking
sometimes.
casino.
I do DraftKings all the time.
Yo, it's actually funny. Our fucking dad keeps telling us to buy DraftKings stock.
Yeah, he
DraftKings
does.
stock is gonna
Yeah.
go through. Like
He's like, yo, put a fucking $200 in it right now. In 20 years, you'll have 100,000.
Yeah, I have stock in all the ones all like the major ones, which
Yeah,
I'm pretty
yeah,
sure
yeah.
you have to be publicly
My
traded.
bookie
I
and shit.
don't
What do you
know
mean?
if that is all publicly. I think it would have to be publicly traded because the way that whole world works.
Like
I don't know that'd be
DraftKings
shit.
and shit.
Like the gambling world. I think
have
you
no
would have to
idea.
have like, I don't know that'd be true. I could be making
know,
stuff
dude.
up.
I have no
That
idea.
world is so
Only gamble on fighting.
far
Yeah.
off to us.
Only in fighting. And like to talk about your space thing, now that I'm
Sure.
thinking about fighting
dude.
space, I heard a story the other day about during the coronavirus on the space station, there was one American and 2 Russians.
Okay.
And the only thing that was on TV during that time was the UFC.
Okay.
So they literally like the space station rode for the UFC during
No,
the
really?
coronavirus. Yeah, like they
Damn.
literally like
They're
that's all
became
they
a sponsor?
talked
Yo,
about, like the Russians
I
and
just
the
fucking
American
okay.
guy.
I just saw something about, I guess, being on like the USS or the ISS, whatever the
Yeah.
ISS, yeah.
that they had to fucking make a rule: no fucking sex on board.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
but rules are meant to be broken.
We're
Yeah.
fucking A right. And
Yeah.
we're like, that's human nature. You can't fucking stop 2
Yes.
astronauts living in fucking space that are not fucking. Like,
Someone got blown.
yeah, dude.
exactly.
I'm sure somebody got blown and fucking it went into the air, and somebody
Yeah.
who didn't or wasn't supposed to got hit with it or something. And
Yeah.
some fucking
It
buddy
went into-
filed a suit or some shit. It
You
went
know what I'm
sure.
saying?
Some
Like,
filter.
could you imagine you go through all that training just to get like
Ejaculated on and
ejaculate all of
Ejaculated
Be like, dude, yeah, you think being an astronaut is like the top of the
Yeah.
career, and then that happens. That is an ego deflator.
That
It
is,
is.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Yo,
Yo, you
Yo,
want to
I-
see if
I
your
feel
ego's
like-
in check or not?
It's one of those things where like just like
That is
I feel like
disgusting.
most industries,
It's disgusting.
you work your fucking ass off, you get to the ISS, and you find out it's just a big orgy. I feel like we.
What business is your private
But
chef?
I feel like,
How many orgies are you guys going to?
but I feel like, not us being private chefs, but the restaurant industry is like that.
Oh yeah.
I feel like
everybody's
I
fucking
feel
everybody.
Like the
Everybody's fucking
pharmaceutical-
everybody,
The
dude.
pharmaceutical industry is like that. Like hospitals are probably like that. You know what I mean? I feel.
I don't know
what
what it's like for fucking construction and shit,
construction
but-
and stuff, but.
There's a lot of dudes in
Yeah,
construction.
there's a lot of dudes
I
in
feel like all
construction.
these industries, you work your fucking ass off to get in, and everyone's just fucking everyone. You know what I'm saying? I can
Metaphorically or physically?
see a little bit of both.
Okay,
Yeah, a
yeah.
little bit of both. Yeah.
I can see
Like, yo,
that.
you're fucking somebody else by fucking them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Like, what about the
That's
dude the other
deep.
day?
yeah.
His girl was working in the hospital where she was working.
Oh yeah.
Was where that dude walked in and fucking shot the doctor because he was cheating on his wife with him.
What?
Like that story on Fox News the other
Yeah,
day.
speaking of
even
shooting
hear
wives
about
and
that.
husbands and stuff, You guys have Netflix, right?
Yeah.
If you want a good show to watch, it's called what's it called? John, can you pull it up? Type in just John Betty Netflix.
John Betty.
Just those 3 words. It'll pull up what I'm looking for. John Betty.
Yeah, there you
Netflix.
go.
There you go.
Dirty John Betty.
Yeah, so Dirty John. Dirty John is the series.
Dude,
Okay.
I think my fucking girl and her mom watches it.
Okay,
I
so
call-
the
Is
first.
this about the wife who like kills her husband?
Yeah,
And, like,
it's
and
crazy
then goes on trial,
stuff.
but pretty much it's almost like found innocent through
For
other people
well-
saying like this happens all the time and this guy was a fucking asshole and kind of
Um,
deserved to get murdered.
well, your opinion of her and him changes like a couple times
Yeah,
throughout
yeah,
the show,
yeah,
which is wild. The first season, which was actually Dirty John, was intolerable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very much written, and I mean this with like all due respect,
Sure.
but it was very much written as like we're gonna do an all women cast and make a male murderer
Okay.
and like run
Sure.
away. Like it just was just
We're
like
gonna really
there was
make
too
Mal
many
look
like
bad.
too many like things. I'm like, dude, did they change? Like this script seems like it got changed to like
Yeah.
suit some people.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like,
yeah.
When stuff like that is inserted into a show and then it like kind of ruins the show, it's
I
just
feel
like
you.
I get you guys are trying to pass this
Sure.
agenda off,
Yeah,
but like
yeah. Come on.
get more creative. And then the second season was they switched it where like the wife was the murderer,
Mhm.
and
Wasn't it a fucking true story?
I think both of them are like true-ish.
Okay.
Yeah, they're made from a story.
They're
but-
Hollywooded.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
They're
Yeah,
Hollywooded.
yeah, I got you.
Yeah. And I don't like. Yeah. There's
I'm
Netflix
pretty
is
sure
Netflix
she
is weird now. There's like a
watched
new
this.
criteria of Netflix shows. Like there's
Have-
always got to be a lesbian couple.
Have you watched?
Right? Do you notice this? And I don't mean this like
No,
in a
it's
mean
not.
way.
I
It's
mean,
just
you're
like
right, you're right.
it's like there's
The world is
it's-
changing.
The world changing, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like
Have
but
you
every
watched-
show is exactly the same now that
Yeah.
way.
Oh,
Have
yeah.
you
So it's like
watched
you-
the fucking new Dave Chappelle?
I did. That
Yeah, I
was
watched
really
it.
aggressive.
It was amazing.
It was definitely
It was
aggressive.
amazing.
It was
It
awesome.
was amazing.
I don't disagree with him.
No.
I don't disagree with him. I think that people, and there's like, and none of what I say is like meant to like be mean or hurtful
No.
or anything like that. But like,
Never.
we have to realize that like we are a large country,
Yes.
and certain groups right now are very vocal,
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
justifiably or unjustifiably. They're
Sure.
vocal, and those groups are very small.
Yes.
Some of them are really small,
Yep.
like less than a percentage of our entire country.
Yep.
And like we're kind of like imagine taking a huge cruise ship and one person on the cruise ship's like, "Oh my god, I forgot my bag back at the dock."
Yep.
Captain's going to be like, "Fuck your bag."
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yep.
I feel for you,
It's a shame.
but like we can't turn the ship around.
Yeah.
But like we're kind of turning the ship
Yeah.
around right now.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
And then we're like kind of turning it again
Yeah.
and then kind of turning it again. And that's how I feel with a lot of this stuff. It doesn't
Yeah.
Well,
I don't feel necessarily like passionate about any one of these topics
Sure.
to like raise up a pitchfork
No,
and
no,
like
no, no, no,
ride
no.
into the sunset. But like it's just kind of like from like to observe it from afar, it's
Yeah.
like something's going on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I just like how he kept explaining, like, and he said it so perfectly. Like, if you were listening,
Yeah.
I said this, and I said this, and I said that, and my real problem is with fucking white people. And like that was his whole thing, but now he's still under all this attack
Yeah,
by
I
all these
loved-
minority groups and things like that.
I
Like,
watched it twice.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't finish it the first time just because
Okay.
I think I got like
Sure.
carried away with something
Yeah,
else.
Yeah.
I'm glad I finished it because like the mic drop comment on the end,
Yeah.
like concludes the whole like special really well.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Like he basically like the long and short of it was like he's not telling any more. Like I guess he sarcastically is saying he's not telling any more like LGBTQ jokes anymore because every time something happens, like that group, the LGBTQ group is like we're a minority. And then like something happens and it's like, oh, wait a minute, when it's convenient for them to be white against the
Exactly.
the blacks,
Yeah.
it's like they're like, we're white.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, well, the black people are like, well, we supported you guys.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly, the whole time.
the
What are
fuck?
talking
You guys
about?
gonna hang us out here to dry?
Yeah.
And like when I was like,
Damn.
damn, that's like, and that's I love like a variety of comedy.
Yeah.
That's not my like primary style that I go
Sure.
to. But when comedy is like, oh,
Shit.
Yeah.
leaves you at the end like, oh, wow,
Like
Oh,
when
shit.
when
that's
when,
a lesson. That's
when
like,
comedy
Yeah.
makes you think
Yeah.
and not just fucking laugh.
yeah.
Good.
You know there's something to it.
It's good.
Yeah, there's
you know?
the levels of comedy. The way I see it, kind of like it's just like there's like foot in the door comedy.
Sure.
Then there's like that's like the political satire, the
yeah.
stuff that's just like I'm not really into that.
Yeah.
People that post that stuff, I'm like, oh, but you could find. I know you're posting because you're like, yeah, but like
sure.
you're like that's
Come on, man.
full of holes. Comedy.
Full holes.
Yeah.
And then there's just kind of like then it gets a little bit more extreme, and then you have
Sure.
your like Tim Dillons and Bill Burr and like people
Bill
like
Burr.
that who are like we have opinions and we don't care.
Yeah.
And Chappelle's kind of like up there.
Yeah.
Sure. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really think
But I feel like
I don't think
feel
Netflix
like,
is going to take it down.
No, hell
No,
no.
I don't think so either.
I feel
No.
like, but I feel like as
They had to
human-
have approved it to go up
Yeah,
there.
Yeah, exactly.
So they
Yeah.
knew what they were getting into.
Yeah.
I feel like, but as human beings, like, why can't we all be like a Dave Chappelle? And why can't we all respect that everybody's like a Dave Chappelle? You know what I'm
But
saying? Like,
who knows we aren't.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
why I don't get. That's why I didn't get too like lit up by the whole thing.
Sure.
It's because like I know plenty of gay people. Like
Like
I know a very like diverse.
Oh, yeah.
Financially,
Sure.
city, different country. Like that. Like you never when you talk to people, they never really have like such like baseless, senseless, like aggressive comments that he's defending against.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like those. At least I don't interact with them.
Yeah,
like you see it on like the TV or on YouTube and stuff like that. But like,
Yeah,
where
I
are where
never
are these
really-
extreme thinking people that are like disrupting
I
everything
never
right
met
now?
him.
Yeah.
Because like I don't know where they are.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
never met one of them.
Yeah. I don't. I never.
yeah.
I don't think they're as prevalent as we like to think.
Yep.
Yeah.
So when people are like, "Oh, we're gonna cancel Dave Chappelle off Netflix," Netflix is like,
Yeah. Right.
Bro.
Not-
like every minute that shows up, we're making cha-ching,
Oh yeah.
and we knew that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And and I think their official response was like, "Hey, like, we understand that like blah blah blah, but like comedy is like,
freedom.
a large group of our following
Sure.
for our customer base, like
Yeah.
so like freedom
It's
to
also
be what it
freedom
is."
of expression and
And I
art.
was like, it's really interesting to me that it kind of seems like the people that were bullied are now the bullies.
Sure.
Yeah.
in a lot of
yeah,
ways.
Oh
for
yeah.
sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because it's like everybody can have their voice as long as you're saying the same stuff as
Yep.
us.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like Dave Chappelle says something different, and it's just like, dude, who cares?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Who cares?
It's funny. So like, it just literally happened to us recently in person. Somebody commented on a story that I posted about like herbal medicines and natural immunity and things like that, and kept like saying every time you post something like this, I'm gonna make fun of you and send you a DM kind of thing. And in a very nice way, we had a conversation, and it ultimately ended up being same with this whole Netflix debacle. Yo, bro, you clicked on my shit and watched it. Did Netflix make you watch that? You clicked on Dave Chappelle, and you chose to watch that. Just like you chose to click on my page to see that, and then to follow up and go read the post, and then you chose to message me because you were so fucking triggered by it or something.
You peasant.
It's exactly what's happening with just the global, you know what I'm saying? Like, you chose to watch Dave Chappelle.
And like it's a good perspective to have like that locked and loaded all
Yeah.
the time, because
Yeah.
when people send me stuff like that, I'm just like,
Well, yeah. I think
you're watching us.
I think he showed me something showed me something the other day. I literally said like, today I saw a post I didn't agree with, and I kept scrolling. it didn't hurt. You should try it.
You should try it, you know?
I think Brendan Schaub was the one that said it, though. He was like, somebody was saying something about negative comments, and he's
Sure.
like, the negative comments pay me too.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
He goes, when
Paid
you
all
guys
of 'em.
comment, he goes, sometimes you guys comment negative on the video, it gets more comments, I get more paid.
Exactly.
He's like, bring it.
keep it going.
Keep it
Keep it
Oh,
going.
yeah.
Keep it going.
he's like,
Oh, yeah.
he's like, every time you comment on my videos, I'm getting paid.
Yep.
He's like, you hate me, keep hating.
Yeah.
I feel like after you said it before, like on the podcast, I'm like, yo, let's check the comment section out. Yo,
Yeah.
I go to the comments now.
I go right
and
to the
just
comments.
read people's comments, and it is fucking amazing.
Oh yeah, people are doing Instagram wrong.
It's
Yeah,
so
Everybody,
funny.
everybody's on Instagram for the posts.
Yep,
I'm
no.
on it for the comments.
Go to the comments.
Yeah.
I never do that.
I
should.
follow pages that I don't even agree or like the content
Sure.
just for the comments.
Oh yeah.
Because I go down into the comments and it gives me like, it's like free insight into the enemy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like, okay, this is your playbook. Cool.
Yep.
Sweet.
It's
the
fun,
comments
man.
are amazing.
especially.
You realize that these people, like, if that's not a robot, somebody just typed that.
Yeah. Exactly. exactly.
Blows my mind every time.
Dude,
Somebody just
seriously, man.
typed.
Yep.
Well, yo, my whole thing with all that kind of shit is like, what inside of you feels the need that you have to say that to somebody?
Or that
Or that
it's
you
even
have
gonna
to, like,
land.
or that it's even relevant
Yeah.
and anybody even fucking cares about it.
Yeah, so I have this one comment on my personal Instagram and our podcast Instagram now. And every couple days I get like another like still
Yeah, sure.
on my comment, and somebody made, it's like a company that makes pins,
Okay.
Okay.
and it's like them like moving the pin around being like, look how great this pin is.
Sure.
And it's Modesto Child Museum.
Okay.
And the first time I saw this thing, this is almost probably a year ago.
Okay.
I wrote, holy shit. Did anybody else just see Molesto Child Museum? Because like the way they were turning the pin, it didn't look like a D, it looked like Molesto.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell is this marketing?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Dude, that comment has gotten so many
To
likes.
this day,
Like,
still getting them.
I still get like when they run the, and they still
Yeah,
run the
sure,
ad.
sure, sure.
So it's getting more likes. Like
Nice.
every so often I'll get like a surge of likes on that comment. And I'm like, they must be running the ad again.
Oh yeah.
I'll send it to you in your DMs. It's just like they're just turning this magnet around.
Yeah.
Or it's like a pin. It's like, oh, that's real cool. That's a.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
that's
a nice
nice.
pin,
Sure.
but it looks like Molesto. And I'm like, why would you
wonder if I can
name a
find it.
child
Name a child,
museum
yeah.
Molesto?
I wonder what a child museum is.
It's like the Please Touch Museum or something.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
you just type in it's MOD. If it
Molesto.
or no, it's MODESTO.
Modesto.
Oh,
Yeah.
Modesto.
Yeah, so that's the thing, Modesto Child Museum.
Okay.
But I think it's a pin manufacturer.
Is it this one right here?
Nah, it's none of these things. Oh, dude. I'll send it to you.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
Huh.
not giving up. Modesto child.
Yeah, there it is,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah,
Modesto
yeah.
Child Museum. See if they have the pins on here for sale.
I just want to see the comment.
Yeah, right there, right there, dude.
This one?
Yeah, click on it.
Let me see the comment.
I don't know my comments in there.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, see, so the first time I saw it, I was scrolling through the thing. I was like, does that have Molesto? It wasn't that funny.
Adorable. Love the.
But it's
colors
up to
and
like
textures.
560 something likes now.
They didn't take it
There's only
down.
22 of them.
No,
so
I
it's
think
up there.
my comment is on like the company page of the pins,
Oh,
Okay.
Jesus.
not the child
Not
museum
the-
page.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because it's like, hey,
Wizard-
buy wizard
yeah,
pins. Yeah,
wizard
wizard
pins, yeah.
pins.
fucking
Wizard
Dude,
wizard.
some
pins.
of the fucking pins these people make are dope. We have some like custom made jackets we've made. Some fucking cool ass pins.
Oh, dude, you're gonna have to go back so far. It's not even worth it. I'll just send it to you from the thing.
Well,
This
free
is
promo,
months.
but-
This is months ago.
It's not even worth it. Oh,
funny.
Beachwood Bliss. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
Follow
yeah.
that
Oh
page.
yeah, it was awesome. Nice.
What's up?
That's our parents' newest rental property. Beachwood Bliss, new to Instagram.
Yeah. Give them a little follow.
That's our new vacation home, the third one.
Oh, shout out.
What is the Airbnb or
VRBO.
Verbo?
yeah,
Yeah.
Verbo.
Dang, dude.
Yeah, so yo, if you
painted
want a
our whole
fucking
house.
good vacation house, Lake Harmony.
Dude, straight up. Well, what is your dad like? What's your dad on?
Dude, you gotta get in here. You gotta talk to him.
Yeah, you do.
You gotta get him on the podcast.
Dude, your
dude.
dad is fucking yoked.
His
Yeah, he
truck's
is.
outside, or his fucking
His
bus.
bus is
Yeah,
outside your
every
office.
time I have to. Yeah, I leave our office building and your dad's face is all over those buses.
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, what
Gangster.
the hell, dude?
It's all over his truck too.
Yeah. Does your dad like work out a lot?
Oh
Yeah,
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 yeah. It's
yeah.
like
Like
his whole
twice a
fucking
day.
life, yeah.
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 Cool.
Both our
Let's hope.
parents are into fitness and being.
Oh, I thought you were gonna be like, yeah, both the parents are into steroids.
No.
Like, whoa.
I mean, like he was
Jeez.
like when we were probably first born. You know what I mean? When he was like actually doing like
He was like fucking bodybuilder shit.
He did shows and
yeah,
stuff.
like,
Yeah.
into it all. But
Nice.
Yeah, he's a monster.
I think he was married when we were born. And he was like 190 or something like that.
Dang.
You know?
Yeah,
He's
he's
like 5'8", whatever.
Yeah.
Damn, 190.
Yeah,
That's,
he
that's
was
solid.
Yeah, dude, I
solid.
competed at 170.
Yeah.
I'm like 158 right now. I'm 5'8". I think I'm 5'8" and 3/4 a
Yeah.
night.
Oh yeah.
Five-
Take it.
5'8" and 7/8.
We used to always tell people we used to wear like the dance goes,
I
like
still
the
do.
platform shoes in the kitchen.
I still do.
Yeah, I'm 5'10", but like in my chef shoes, I'm 6 foot.
Dang, dude.
Every inch counts.
Oh, yeah.
It does, dude.
Every inch
It
counts,
does,
dude.
man.
Oh my god. What you guys are teaching like pasta classes now too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we're trying to kind of like teach
So
really
and
whatever.
again, we always try to tell people it's not limited to just pasta.
Yeah,
Pasta's-
we just know that a lot of people, have an interest in wanting to
It's
learn how
very
to make
u-
pasta, and it's very.
So it's more of like a cooking
It's
class.
very universal.
Yeah.
So we have 3 lined up this month or 2 lined up
Rambo's
this month.
barely hanging
I
on
know,
right now.
dude. Same thing. Literally falling
He was
asleep.
so tired.
I was watching like Twitch over there.
Falling
yeah.
asleep sitting up right now looking. Sucker.
Oh,
buddy. Oh, sleepy
what's up,
eyes.
bud?
He's like, can I just cuddle with you, man?
But yeah, so we're doing 2 pasta classes, and then we have like a chicken butcher breakdown class that we're doing.
So you take like a whole chicken
Yeah,
and
we'll show you how to break it down. We'll show you how to make
feather, starting with the
No,
feathers?
no,
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 no.
no.
I wish.
A live
You'd
chicken.
be here all, you got to go out there and
In
catch
Maine,
it.
you
gotta kill it.
Yeah.
Yo, what if you did that? Be
Fucking
like, here's
Maine,
your
we did
knife.
that.
Crack its neck.
Yeah,
People
man.
would fucking
People
probably
would-
report us.
Yeah, we'd be fucked.
Yeah, I don't think you get away with that in Bucks County.
In
Nah, I
Maine,
don't think so.
in Maine, we slaughtered, eviscerated, and butchered the chickens.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Eviscerate.
Eviscerating means like to de-gut the chicken.
Oh.
Yeah.
Eviscerate.
Eviscerate.
Add that to my repertoire.
That's just
I have pictures of like guts and like pulling the guts out of my hands and shit. It was pretty gnarly.
like zombies.
Was, yeah,
it
it
was.
Brains.
But yeah, so we're doing that. We'll do how to break down a chicken. We'll show you how to make a brine. We'll explain the benefits of brining poultry. And then for that one, we will serve you what service events would serve as their chicken entree on our menu. And the
So at the end of the class, you get
yeah,
fed.
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
And then
Yeah.
the pasta
'Cause
class.
that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. The pasta class we're doing, how to make the pasta dough. And then we'll provide you also with like the recipe and the procedure of
Yeah.
how to make it.
Okay.
So you'll make the dough. We'll show you kind of what to feel for.
Where are you guys
things
getting
like
the dough
that.
from?
So we make,
make
it
it.
from Castle Valley Mill flour
Yeah.
and Mrs. Burns eggs.
So yeah,
So-
like we'll make it with
With
you
you.
at your house.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow,
like, yeah,
damn.
we don't just bring the dough. Like
No,
So
no.
American made.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
All
made it. It's made in
bag.
America.
all locally, all Bucks County made.
Yeah, all Bucks
So
County.
we'll use Mrs. Burns eggs, Castle Valley Mill flour, Kagen water, and
a little bit of olive oil.
yeah, a little bit of olive oil, and we'll use like fresh start farmed raw milk.
Yeah. So it's all
So it's
Bucks
all
County.
Bucks County ingredients.
You guys should get shirts that say like "Made in America,"
I know we should.
and people will be like,
Made in
well, where-
Bucks.
like, how would you make the food? Not maybe like that.
well,
That's you know
that's
that's
it.
why we
That-
make it here.
That's the fucking
Uh-huh.
secret.
So the pasta, we'll do the dough and all that kind of shit. We'll give you the recipe. We'll give you the procedure. We'll make it with you. We'll also make fresh ricotta. So we'll show you how to make ricotta.
Oh.
And then we'll roll out like a fettuccine or something, like a very simple pasta. And then we'll serve that one with what we served you at your dinner last time. The aglio olio with the garlic and oil. So we'll serve the fettuccine aglio olio as like your fettuccine roll.
Okay.
And then we'll take the ricotta and we'll show you how to make raviolis and tortellinis. And we'll make it with the fresh ricotta, and then we'll show you how to like make a butter glaze using the pasta water and the
Nice.
starch in the water to
Yeah.
make a glaze.
Have you had anybody say like ricotta like a ridiculous way?
Ricotta?
Ric-
No.
People
Ricotta-
like, get the fresh ricotta.
Not
You're
yet.
like,
Ricotta-
listen here, New Jersey.
Not yet.
That's not how they say it in Italy.
So we.
I know you're trying, but that's
So
get the
our-
fresh ricotta.
Our kitchen
What?
space that we rent is with Mike's mom from Trainer for Warriors,
Yeah.
and they're very Jersey.
Yeah, we love them.
And we
Mike
love them.
Subcheck.
We
Yeah,
love 'em.
We
We
love
love 'em.
them. But that's exactly how Michelle would say it.
Ricotta.
I love it.
Yeah. And calamari
Yeah,
is
calamari.
calamad. It's
Yeah.
like, what the fuck's a D at?
With the D.
Where's the
Calamad.
D at, dude? Go, pull me up the
Calamad.
Italian
What's-
dictionary, dude.
Mozzarella.
The mozzarella.
Yeah, yeah, man.
What's-
Get the fresh mozzarella.
I think
Yeah.
I definitely,
dude.
I definitely understand that more than ricotta.
Yeah, yeah.
You
The
know,
mozzarella, I
the fresh
understand
calamari.
that. I understand
It's like,
that.
what the fuck?
What the fuck?
Yeah, I used to serve in an Italian or like serve and like bartend in an Italian restaurant, and people would do that, and I'd be like, oh, okay, so the calamari.
There's clearly an eye on the end of that.
They would do. They would like people would. I don't like. I can't think of like ones they do, but like people would pull them every now and then. You'd get hit with what I call a sidewinder. Be like, dude, what? And like I was such a joker, especially back then. I was like young
Yeah,
and dumb,
yeah.
young, dumb, and not, really just so
Not
stupid.
caring.
Yeah, just so cancerous to everything I was about. And I would just be like, yeah,
Yeah.
I think we have that.
Sure. Yeah.
I'll check with the chef.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I was serving one night. This is like we were talking about how like people like demean you or whatever. And you
Oh
gotta,
yeah,
Oh,
like-
yeah.
always.
So like this one time, this couple came in. It was a weekday night. It was probably like a Monday or Tuesday.
Okay.
It was probably Monday because half price bottle of wine's killed.
Sure.
it.
oh yeah,
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
It still
And it
is.
was pretty slow. And this couple came in, and the guy was wearing like a pink sweatshirt. They didn't really look like anything.
Sure.
And they immediately started treating me like trash.
Okay.
Okay.
So I was just like, okay. And he's like, oh, well, something about the cannellini beans and like the pasta fagioli.
Sure.
And he was like, fagioli. And he was like trying to be like
proper.
This dude took himself real serious.
Sure.
He was
I
a
hate those
pretty
people.
jacked
Yeah,
dude.
sure.
They're like, we eat out a lot.
Oh yeah.
You should treat us special.
Uh-huh.
This isn't how you take care of kids, sweetie.
Sure.
And I'm like, or take care of people. And I'd be like, the fuck? I'd be like, I don't, this isn't my career, right? Go to college all day. I actually got this business that's growing, serving tables, connect these dots together.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing, you meth whore?
Yeah, exactly.
Literally, you would see these people come in and they would talk to you in such a way, and you'd be like,
man.
you would look at them and be like, what?
Dude,
And she would just be like, we know what we're talking about. You should know what beans are in the soup. I'm like, woman, I'm like 20 years old. I don't know what beans are in the soup.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm really
Dude,
sorry.
I can't tell you how many times. So me and my girl worked at a fine dining place together, and she would serve. Dude, can't tell you how many times she used to come home crying, or fucking.
Dude, the one day.
Dude, I don't put up with that either.
No, the one day we had this manager, and she was an attractive girl, and she sat at a table.
Oh yeah.
And the husband of the table, literally, dude, I can't make this shit up. Never fucking met her. Literally was sitting down, sliding into the booth, and literally says to her, "Oh, well, college you fell out of to end up here." She literally goes, "Sir, I'm the fucking manager. Get the fuck out of my restaurant."
Yeah, kicked them out.
What the
Kicked him out right
hell?
away.
What makes
why
you
would
think
you
you can
say that
say
to a fucking human being?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. Who are you?
I don't even know how we got on this topic, but now I'm
I
fired
don't
know
up.
what I mean?
Yeah,
Now
now I'm fired out, dude. Seriously, though, yeah,
But really,
just
it's
because
just
you are
crazy.
a server does not mean you are a servant.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's
that's
the
why
biggest
I
thing.
love your business model so much.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because I take really good care of people when I go out to eat.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I hate people when I go out.
Oh yeah. We're the
If
same
you are an
way.
inferior service provider,
Sure.
I hate you.
Yep.
I'm just like, look, I came out to have a good time, and you're just
You're too good.
you're too good at your job, I guess. And just the
I
littlest
love that
things.
shit.
And but I'll still tip them well
Oh, yeah,
because
always.
I
I tip one no matter what.
Yeah, hit one no matter
at
what.
the
can
end of
be
the day, it's
horrible
not
not
it.
tipping well.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
But what I love to do, and I had this at the vault. It's not there anymore. And I used to have it at a couple other places. When I lived in the city, there was a couple places you have it at, and you go in, you know everybody.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
You go in there, you take care of everybody.
Sure.
They know what you drink.
Yeah.
They when
Sure.
they'll be like us, they fucking bitch down at the end.
Oh,
You
yeah,
switch
yeah.
seats.
Yeah,
and shit.
exactly. Yeah,
they'll
yeah, yeah.
take care of you. They'll
Yeah.
save. They'll do
Sure.
stuff for
Save
you.
seats
So
for you and shit. Yeah.
your guys' business plan, use guys' business
Use
plan,
guys.
is easy pass for that.
Sure.
Mhm.
I don't have to deal. It literally cuts the hostess out of the way, the server out of the way, the
ordering.
the manager who doesn't know his head from his ass coming
Yeah.
over to my table and being like, "Is everything okay?"
Yeah.
It's like, dude,
Yep.
you don't know what you're doing here.
No.
They hired you, no offense, because they couldn't find anybody because the
You've just
labor
been-
market
or
sucks.
you've been here the longest.
And I'm learning now, that's also why I appreciate you guys even more so. So thank you,
Yeah.
because I've learned that my expectations, although they are high, are wrong right now.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
My expectations are so higher
Yep.
than they should be
Oh,
right
yeah,
now,
us too.
I agree.
and that is hard for me to say and deal with.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's probably the first time I've said it openly to anybody
No, I agree.
Yeah.
ever.
Seriously, yeah.
And it's you go out, and it's now it's let's just not even go out.
No.
Yeah.
I'm just going to avoid the
don't-
whole thing altogether, because you're going to go out. The restaurant's understaffed.
Mhm.
You
gotta
feel
They're-
it.
the
May or
person
may
that
not
is
wear a mask.
they
You
didn't
know.
train anybody because they
Mhm.
hired everybody as fast as they could. So
And threw them in.
and threw them into the mix at the
Yep.
fancy restaurant you're at.
Yep.
It's
Dude, I feel like we've come to realize yo, I just stick to our fucking local watering holes.
yeah, I started.
I'm not
doing that
venturing out
aggressively.
anymore.
Local
You know,
bars,
local
Place-
bars.
local
that,
dive bars.
There
Yeah,
was a
that's it.
spot in
where you know what you're getting, and you
Yep.
know you know
Yeah.
it's not the best, but it's also not the worst.
Yep.
Newtown.
know?
What was that spot that I was talking about in Newtown the whole time? It was Solstice.
So they're bringing
Oh,
back
yeah.
those igloos. Dude, I just saw
At Solstice?
I fucking saw
Yeah.
it last year. I was there
But-
last year.
They literally said, make your reservation right now because last year they literally booked out of these igloos.
I'm sure.
Eh.
Because
But
you know
still,
what? People
How much are one of those igloos?
people love going
Who
out.
cares? Why do you
Like,
want to
but
sit
no, no,
outside in
no,
a
I mean, how
fucking
much-
dome?
How crazy is it? People love going out to fucking sit alone. That makes no sense to me. You are going
I
out.
used to do that all the
You're
time.
like that.
No. Like,
So I can have my
you're
own
going
little
out to
section.
a restaurant to sit in a fucking enclosed igloo where you can't see anybody or anything.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
My
I
favorite
get
thing
it.
about a restaurant is
Sit
going.
alone in the world.
Yeah.
At
like-
first, I
Yeah.
was like, I don't mind going out by myself.
No.
Yeah.
I love going out or whatever, but I like going out and watching the kitchen and watching the servers and people
Engaging
watching
with
and
people,
talking to
maybe.
my
I like
girl
sitting at
about
the
it.
bar
like,
at nice
sitting at the
restaurants.
bar.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
Like,
real nice restaurant.
oh yeah, I do too. It's my favorite shit ever.
Like I would rather sit at the bar in
Any day.
a Michelin star restaurant than
at a
any day of the
table.
week.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Like we would go, me and Ariel, like we don't go out anymore, which sucks.
I know,
But
well,
we
yo,
would go out and
come to
she-
you every month.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. But like we would go out and she would go up to the hostess and they'd be like, oh, and she'd be like, do you have any bar seats?
Yes.
And they'd look at us like,
What?
what?
I always.
And then I would go then like rack up a bill at the bar
Mhm.
Like,
because I would literally be able to talk to the bartender the whole time and
Yeah.
they'd be like, try this food, try
Yeah.
this.
Mhm.
And I'm not a big drinker, so they'd be like, I'll try this. Like you talk to
Exactly,
them and they
sure,
mix
sure.
you something
Yep.
that's
Yeah,
a little
man.
bit
Little
like
special.
so we and I feel like a lot of
Tolerable.
a lot
Yeah.
of people don't understand. Again, some fancier restaurants, some we've worked in have done this before, but most people don't understand. Yo, you can get the same fucking meal you get at a table at the bar.
Yeah.
yeah.
So why
The
would
same
I? Like,
menu.
You know, it's the same menu. Some restaurants, granted, we've worked in some that like, yo, have a bar
Yeah.
menu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I prefer to sit next to my wife
Yeah, me
rather
too.
than across.
Yeah,
I
me
would too, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I totally agree with
But
that.
like, if like anybody's still hanging on to this podcast, the market is for the taking right now
It
it
is.
really is.
because like our next round of hires,
Yes.
like especially next summer, I'm like stealing bussers and bar backs
Mhm.
from
Yeah, dude.
restaurants.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
like,
Yeah.
dude, you are hustling.
Yeah, dude.
I'll slip the. This is a real like old school stupid like Italian gangster move I learned from like old dudes back when I was a kid. They would come in the restaurant and they would like give us money or
Yeah, dude.
like the older people
Yep.
like when we were kids they would come and be like, oh kid, here's money.
Yep.
And like I just like whatever, dude, you gave me just 20 bucks.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
But like now I do that to like the bussers
Yeah.
or bar backs
Yeah,
if
man.
they're working really really
Yeah.
hard. When I'm leaving, I'll just
Here you go, man.
yeah,
Yeah,
thanks
dude.
thanks
Good
for
for you.
working real hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. I
Oh,
appreciate.
yeah.
I watched you. You didn't do anything for me, but
And
I
that's
watched you
not
hustle.
me. Like I'll do that very discreetly
Sure.
because back when we were kids, I felt like some of the dudes that did that just wanted everybody to see like
Yeah.
a huge
How much
wad of
money I
cat.
got.
Like
Yeah,
they just
sure.
wanted. So like mine is like I said to my wife like a while ago. I don't remember when it started, but I was like, look how hard that kid's working.
Sure.
Mhm.
I was like, we don't see that anymore. And
Yeah.
she's like, you should just give him some money.
Yeah.
Just give him $10.
Sure.
And I was like,
I bet you that $10 went such a long way in
no,
that
I
kid's
didn't. I
mind.
gave him like $20.
Yeah,
But,
sure,
Yeah,
like,
sure.
Yeah, but
But
yeah,
she
it
was
could
like,
change his
"Give
whole
me a
fucking
couple
day. You know what I mean?
So like we do that. Where else we do? Like Quietory, the sushi place.
it's amazing to do that.
Dude, the sushi guys.
Mhm.
We tip them.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
yeah, you should.
I'm sitting at the bar watching, like literally they're entertaining me the
Yeah,
entire
Yeah.
exactly.
Tip
Here's
them.
money.
But it's
Exactly.
amazing how many people like now I tip so aggressively because I can, so it makes me feel good to
Sure.
be like to kind of like recirculate
Yeah,
that.
definitely.
But it's also like even more important to me now to like reward how hard those people
Sure.
are working
Yeah,
because
or
it is
even
really
just
rare.
to recognize it.
So when I see a
Yeah.
15-year-old kid busting his ass for a bartender, I'm like, "Dude, how old is that kid?" And
Who
the bartender's like, "Dude, he's
doesn't give a fuck
15.
about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you believe this?"
Yeah,
I'm
right.
like, holy shit.
No, I don't
I
honestly.
don't.
Like, "No, I
Yeah.
don't."
We got a buddy.
And then I go up to that kid and I'll be like, "What's your Instagram, buddy?" I'm like, "Yeah, send me a DM right now and then fill out this application. And if you don't have
You
a
want to build houses?
how much money you make an hour right now?" I do that.
Oh,
I'll be like,
yeah.
"Where do you go to school?" I'll be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you go to tech school?"
Oh,
For construction?
Oh, dude. Yeah, dude. The last time I talked to 2 weeks ago, I talked to a kid. I'm like, "What are you going to school for?" He's like, "Oh, I'm in co-op." I'm like, "Oh, what, tech school?" He's like, "Yeah." "What do you do?" "Underwater welding."
Oh yeah.
dude.
And I was like,
We've been
he
talking
was a
about that
scrawny
a lot,
little
man.
kid.
Sure.
and I was like, "That's a lot of money. Are you chasing money or do you really like being underwater welding? Because that's a miserable
Sure.
Yeah.
job." And he's like, "I'm gonna make all the money."
Yep.
And I'm like, "Are you next summer? You're hired."
I
Dude,
got you.
we-
You're hired. I'll put
dude,
you underwater.
We
Exactly.
had a fucking a kid in high school we went to school with. Dude, same thing. Instead of fucking coming to first period, he was in underwater welding school.
Yeah.
Literally said
and
the
people
same
see
thing.
that kid on the street now, and they're like, "Oh man, is that a Bitcoin billionaire?" And he's like,
Yeah.
"Nah,
No.
underwater welder."
He was like,
Yeah,
"Yo,
welder.
I will not go to college. I will start at 18 years old, making $100,000 a year, doing underwater welding, and that is my plan."
Dude,
I
you
know that's exactly what he did.
Dude, he's probably making 3 times that now.
Oh, God, yeah.
I'm sure he is.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I know a
He's
bunch.
probably working like fucking 2 months out of the year
Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane.
and just chilling.
But I like when I like reward that kid, like that's kind of like my way of being like, take advantage of this while you can.
Yeah,
because like
definitely.
people think the market's real great right now, and it's not because there's a lot of we can say trucking or
Sure,
this whatever,
sure.
but there's a lack of hardworking, dedicated people. So if you are a hardworking, dedicated person right now, you can take whatever you
Oh, my
want.
God.
Sure,
Yeah, it's
sure.
yours for the
You're right,
taking.
you're right.
Yeah.
I think. But I think honestly, I think a hardworking individual person is going to always have that place in the market, No matter what the situation
There's
is.
times where it's easier.
Sure.
It's supply and demand.
Sure.
Right now, there's a huge demand,
For hard workers.
and there's not a supply.
So I feel like what came up when you were just saying that, just about the trucking or whatever. I heard you were talking the other day on an Instagram story about going to Home Depot and going to Lowe's and not being able to find this fucking electrical box. But going to this little Doyle Sign Electric, and they had like 5 of them.
Oh my God, the DMs I got from that message were like, I'm trying to like figure out my Instagram stories,
Sure.
like to the beat, because like I upset people. I say things
Sure.
sometimes, like I never really regret anything I say, but so I say things that
They're
like
helpful.
aren't beneficial sometimes,
helpful,
or just
I think.
like wasted energy, which
Sure.
like I could have just not said
Sure.
that.
But
But like with that comment,
Yeah.
so many people reached out to me and be like, dude, what's up with building suppliers? Like,
Yeah.
why do I feel like an idiot every time I go in
Exactly.
there? I'm like, dude,
Yep.
I've been in this business, and I think I said 10 years, but I've been in this business since like on my own since like 2011.
Sure. Yeah,
Like,
10 years. Yeah.
10
Well,
years on
yeah,
my
yeah.
own. Before
Yeah.
that, I worked for like other people when I was
Sure.
a teenager. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like kind of like I went to architecture school.
I know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
Like, why do I let this person behind the counter in the middle of the day make me
Right.
feel so inferior? God damn
But
it.
I feel like yo, like what we've seen a lot in our business is like you were saying, it's these big box stores who are the most affected.
At least now.
Yo, guess who never didn't have eggs? Mrs. Burns, or fucking like any other local farm that we go to.
Yeah, there's a shortage, a food shortage
Like,
coming.
there's
though.
Not
not.
at the farms.
No, I don't know at local farms.
Yeah, maybe at
not
Acme.
small businesses.
No, but think about like when the food shortage does come, like those farms aren't going to be able to support the mass of
I
people
think
that are going
people-
to change
yeah.
to
I
the
don't
farm.
think-
Well, I mean,
Hopefully
if
they
people
do.
even fucking change.
Exactly.
When there's no food on the shelf,
Like,
Well,
you have no choice but to
but again,
change.
so I think that comes into
Grow your-
People
grow your
started,
own.
dude.
Grow
People
your own.
people were wiping their asses with fucking poison ivy 2 years ago, like or a year ago. Let me not remind you. They're like, oh my god, we got to save our toilet paper. Just go get those
It's
leaves.
just why
The
like,
leaves.
we saw it so closely of like again no
I don't
farm
disagree
that
with
I
you,
ever
though.
went to
Yeah.
was out of anything. They had an
Yeah.
abundance. They even overplanted or they maybe upscaled because they were preparing for this.
But a perfect example of that though would be like Butcher Box.
Yeah.
And what was that? What's that guy's name? The burger guy.
Hirschberger.
Is that his name?
Yeah, Hirschberger
Trying to get this dude on the podcast.
Hirschberger's a farm around here that does
Yeah,
just,
trying to-
animal
They do a
husbandry,
burger box thing.
They do
Ah,
something
really?
called Burger Box, which is like
okay.
pretty much Butcher Box
but local.
but local.
Yeah.
Ah,
And now I have Butcher Box and Burger Box
okay, nice.
because I think like Ariel wanted to stop. Like we have like
Butcher Box.
lifetime bacon or something from Butcher Box.
Okay.
Okay.
So like she's like, I'm not giving that up.
Sure.
But
Oh,
like
yeah, fuck
maybe
right.
we'll order less from Butcher Box and get from Burger
okay,
Box.
okay.
So, you know,
I like them.
that guy.
They
That's a
put one
perfect
up.
example of
Yeah.
a guy taking advantage of
Exactly,
the
market.
exactly.
the market.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. But again,
So-
like that little guy right there, he'll never not have supply.
Hopefully.
Like, it's these again in a perfect world. I just feel like it's the people who are shipping their shit so far away, the huge supply chains, the big box stores, like those. You know who never didn't have toilet paper? Restaurant Depot.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we always had it. I never fucking freaked out about anything. Like
Yeah,
yeah,
well-
Restaurant Depot is still a bigger industry thing, but like it's a membership kind of thing. Like these smaller kind of places that are a little more exclusive, which aren't
Or
even
more
exclusive, have fucking had everything the whole time. There's never been a shortage for food for us. There's never been a toilet paper shortage for us. You know what I mean? We never fucking didn't have eggs or tomatoes or milk. Like, if anything, these farmers are fucking begging you to take it from them. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But most people just don't even know
What would
that's an option.
then? What are like? List me out like in order, like your top whatever
Farms we
number
go
of
to?
farms. Yeah, like what are like the farms around here?
So we always go to Nonesuch for our beef.
None Such Farms
Right
is
here on
on
York
York
Road.
Road,
Yeah, right here.
in
Buckingham,
right here, yeah.
Buckingham.
We go
okay.
there a lot. There's
We use Truggers.
Truggers in Kintersville on 611.
We use
Who's fucking New Hope? We used to
Stony Lane.
Stony Lane Farm in
Stony
New
Lane. Okay.
We use Bolton's Farm for all of our poultry. That's on
In
113 in Percy. Necessity Farm is for moored meat, dairy, and poultry.
Where's Necessity at?
In Telford.
Telford.
Blooming Glen Farm is also on 113. All of our pork. They also have awesome produce there. There's a farm across the street called like Tussock's Burger or something like that.
From Blooming Glen.
That's also beef and stuff like that.
And all these places have like pull up,
yeah,
access?
Yeah.
or you don't need to know somebody.
The last one, the Chaucer's, I think it's like an online thing. But yeah, we've never been there, but it's around.
Do all these companies have like Instagram pages and stuff now?
always,
Do they do a pretty good job with it, or?
Oh yeah, for the most part. Yeah.
Yeah, some of them.
At least the ones that we use. Yeah. Yeah.
You talk to them.
Yeah,
And then there's tons of other ones. Like Roots to River is a great one we want to get involved with.
It'd be cool to help some of these people out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We
yeah.
use
That's what we're trying to
fucking-
do.
Just like slowly, could you guys introduce us like to
Absolutely.
all these people and have them all come on the podcast
Absolutely.
individually?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So
Absolutely.
like,
Could you imagine this room just full
All
of
at
farmers?
one, yeah.
That'd be
Be
great.
awesome.
We have a buddy of ours whose name's Dave Hamilian. He
Yeah.
owns Dave's Backyard Farm, which is a little co-op in Elkins Park.
He's also the smartest dude I've ever met.
He taught us all about foraging. Actually,
What's his name?
Dave Hamilian from Dave's
Hamilian?
Backyard Farm.
Is he on Instagram?
Yeah.
Can we pull that up?
Yeah. So Dave's Backyard Farm.
Dave's backyard.
I was out there yesterday picking up my ducks. So he's one who taught us all about foraging and about gardening.
Yeah, right
so we
there.
met him at Quarry Hill Farm, where John's family owns.
Yeah.
We met him at the Mainland Inn and Quarry Hill Farm.
Castle Valley Mill.
He carries all the local stuff, and we buy a lot of shit from
Dude,
him.
yeah, John's family with the new farm.
Dude.
So
Insane,
much
bro.
work.
I know.
Oh,
They
sure.
are getting
I wanna
into
go
it. It's
see it.
really cool. It's
I wanna go
really
see
cool.
it.
They're just getting started, man.
Oh yeah,
Oh, I'm
they are.
sure.
It's gonna
Dude.
take a little while.
They're gonna have
Like he
years
tells
ahead
me,
of that,
he
man.
tells me about it. Like, and he has only so much time to put in over there.
Yeah,
But like he'll tell me about like the little things they're doing from time to time, and it's just like, dude, what are we like?
It's insane.
That's a lot.
a lot,
That's a
dude.
whole other. They're gonna do it. I think they're gonna like run it full.
They're going to?
full
They're
board.
gonna run full farm.
I'm pretty sure. I
animals
think
and
they're gonna
everything?
have to bring. Yeah, I
And,
think
like,
they're gonna have to.
vegetables and shit.
I think they're gonna have to bring someone in to
Oh,
do the
absolutely.
agriculture. So yeah, I mean, I can definitely hook that up. I know he was talking. He was talking a little bit to Matt from Hollow.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Again,
but Matt
we-
travels a
we
lot,
don't
so
know,
he's
not-
we
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know tons of shit.
We
but
don't know a
like,
ton of shit, but yo, we fucking
You know more
work.
than John does,
We
We
labor,
work. Yeah,
so,
we're laborers,
yeah.
man.
or John's, father-in-law does.
Yeah,
sure.
I think I feel like John low key knows about farming.
He probably,
He probably does. Dude, aren't they all from Montana?
Yeah, Montana boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, his dad was.
That's just
his
em-
dad
that's
was.
just
His dad was
embedded
the
in you.
town doctor.
Really?
Yeah, he wasn't a farmer.
Oh.
John, they held the corner market down on the medicine.
Oh,
Really?
nice.
Okay.
Oh yeah, John told me all about Montana. It seems like.
I want to go.
I'm gonna go, dude.
Well, he was like, tell me about how like you can be an outsider if you're not from like around there, but
Sure.
because they're like his dad was the doctor, like they got a pass. But like
Okay.
if like us
If we
moved
went
into
right there,
town, like
Yeah.
you'd have to like jump
Really
through all these
prove yourself.
hoops.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, like for years.
Really?
Yeah, like
I-
it's like they do not accept you.
I see
Interesting.
that.
Yeah, so I'm like, damn, that's where I want to live.
Yeah, dude, me
I
too.
want everybody to like. I want to live in a place where like if you behave like an asshole, we run you out of town.
Yes,
Yeah, dude.
Yes.
Me too.
I loved when you were talking about
Like
going
we
to
just
New
you
York.
don't get coffee.
Yeah.
You don't like you're
No
like
one
all right.
serves you. They,
nobody
they,
serves you.
they
Be like, oh
refuse your
yeah.
service.
Be like, oh yo, can I get a table for two? Be like, yeah, it's 45-minute wait.
Like,
Be
sir,
like,
there's nobody here.
There's nobody here. Be like, we're closed in 5. It's just like it's
No,
like
seriously, you're absolutely right. I think it would change. It'd really humble you. It would
Yeah.
make you realize
'Cause-
appreciate your neighbor.
It would make you have to fucking check yourself.
Yeah.
I have to do more. I stay in my lane.
Sure.
So like sometimes I think like that's good enough,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
but like it's really not.
Uh-huh.
Like I really have to get better at like going out of my way for people.
Sure.
Like perfect example is like and God forbid he's listening to this. The guy we don't vibe, but like he's means well is like my mom's neighbors and stuff.
Okay.
People like that. It's like, dude, they're great people,
Sure.
but it's like I have to learn that like when I pull up to the driveway and I'm just not in the mood for it, to be in the mood for it.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, we should say, hey, how you doing?
And that's a
Or
huge
whatever.
thing that I got to work on.
Sure.
Okay, I feel
And
that.
like so like when I'm like, oh, people have to be better, and I'm
Sure.
like, dude, that's me.
Starts with
That's
awareness.
me.
That's me. I think like just being cool, not like going out of my way to ruin anybody's day is good enough.
Yeah, sure.
But it's
sure,
like
sure.
really
But
like
it's
maybe I
not.
should help some people.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
Like,
You know what I'm saying? Because it's
I-
easy just
I
to
try
think,
to-
I just stay. I don't
just stay-
bother
I just stay
anybody.
out
I
of
just
the
stay
way,
over
yeah.
here, and it's really not enough anymore.
Yeah,
And that's
right.
I think that's why our country's like low key falling apart.
Yep.
Because
Yeah, no,
everybody
wants to help
everybody thinks
anyone.
it's like everything's okay, dude. Somebody else will take care of it.
Nope.
Somebody will clean that trash up.
Nope.
Somebody will help that dude getting fucked up,
Somebody will help that guy out.
but nobody
Nope.
does.
Somebody will help these poor kids out.
No, they won't.
Somebody will, and it's like nobody's doing it.
Yeah.
If not you, then who?
If not you, then who?
It all starts with
Yep.
the individual.
Did you write that down?
Not you, then who?
Fucking right, man.
Now we're 38.
Seriously,
That's
though.
all I'll mark it. I won't forget.
Yeah, I guess going back to a lot of cool places around here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
awesome
you
farms.
guys really do.
And we also
And again,
use-
we're just scratching the surface.
That's also
too.
like-
we really we're talking about it not too long ago. I feel like we talk about it probably all the time. How we need to like tap into the Servis Boys network.
Yeah, dude.
We're like, we need to load in to the network.
I'll give it to you.
Dude, we, for some other podcast, we made a list of everybody we know who would be great on a podcast.
You did that?
I'll give it to you. I thought we did that.
I don't know if you did.
Oh, well.
All the business owners that we know, anybody who, again, like,
Dude, give me the list.
pizza shop owners, coffee shop owners, farmers, pottery makers, people who are dairy farmers, like fucking anyone who's doing anything that we
Yeah,
find
because like
somewhat cool.
selfishly, I get to learn a lot.
Yeah,
People come on, and then
That's why we like doing it.
secondarily, hopefully
get
somebody
some
else
money,
like benefits from
subscribers.
it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, the subscribers and the money and stuff like that. That's gonna be a slow burn.
Slow burn.
Takes time.
Slow burn.
Yeah, I'm sure.
We're a non-profit organization.
Yeah, right now. Yep.
That's awesome.
Well, I gotta subscribe to the New No Prisoners.
Yeah, dude. I didn't.
Yeah,
even,
dude,
I
it's
happened.
it's for the better. It just like originally, like sometimes you got to go back on what you thought.
Yeah, sure, dude.
Yeah.
You're
And
absolutely
what
right.
we
Smart
thought,
did it.
what we thought was what a good idea was to do the After Five YouTube channel, but the problem was it was like youtube.com/Audex Revival,
Sure.
Okay.
but that was the After Five channel,
Okay.
and it was just a mismatch of like Ariel's content, No Prisoners, the Audex
Sure.
stuff, what other random stuff we caught up in
Yeah,
between,
sure,
like,
sure.
and then like it was kind of like, well, like what message are we sending with this?
Sure.
Like, do people that care about the home building, do they
they
need
getting
to, do they
value out of
need
this?
to see me on a podcast?
Sure, yeah.
Do they care about like this
Ariel?
marketing
Yeah,
video we
sure,
made?
sure.
Like, it all was just too much.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
kind of
yeah, I
thought
know that.
we kind of thought the YouTube channel was like an actual TV channel, and like you had different shows on it.
Okay.
sure.
But
Yeah.
in reality, like a YouTube channel is actually a show.
A show.
Yeah, you're right.
For
So
one,
like
one purpose.
each one of
One
your
topic.
show, each purpose you have
Sure,
should have its separate channel.
sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Gilmar and I thought that like we talked about it in the beginning, and then we just hit the ground running, and then
Yeah.
we just never
Started,
looked
yeah,
back
fucking
like
right.
normally do.
Yeah.
And then we
Yep.
looked back at it.
Sure.
Yep. I feel that.
It's nice.
So
do you
if we
still
had
have-
any wisdom for people setting up like YouTube or stuff like that, like if you have to set up a million channels for the different shit you're doing, just do
Do it.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. That's why we haven't done it yet.
A lot of work for Gilmar.
Yeah.
I just have to show up and try not to say anything dumb.
Offensive.
Like the other day, we filmed a video about like framing a house,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
I know like a lot about.
Okay.
Was a Dan there?
No.
No. Oh my god, that'd
Oh
be
my
an
god.
episode.
That'd be an episode. Yeah, Dan on the run. After everybody sees him on YouTube, they're like, "There he is! There he is!" Yeah, but I said something wrong, like incorrectly,
Yeah.
like several times, and like back to back to back to back to
Sure,
back. And I
sure,
watched it,
yeah.
and I was like, "Why did I say that?
Sure.
That is so fucking wrong." I was
Now,
like, "You got to cut
Will
all
you
this
say what
out."
it was?
What do I say? What it was?
Like, what was it?
Yeah, sure. I'm transparent. I'm like Casper the Ghost. We were talking about like the and here the worst part is, I'll double down. I said it wrong, and we had to reshoot it.
Yeah.
And then I said something else closely related to that, also wrong in the second shoot.
Okay.
So I was like, "Fuck, god damn
Okay,
it!
just keep
Do
going.
I even know what I'm doing here?" So frustrating. And it was in relation to, what was it? It was like a framing term. Oh,
The top plate.
the top plate versus the sill and the
Yeah.
bottom plate. So like
Okay.
the sill is like the bottommost board
Okay.
in like a framing of like the wall structure.
Sure.
And I kept calling it the top plate because I was referring to like the top of the concrete wall,
Okay.
but it's not actually the top plate of the framing process. So I kept saying like top plate, but like I was really just like looking at the top of like
yeah, sure,
yeah,
I was just like
yeah,
trying to crush out words, and I was
Sure.
just like, I
It's
That's
fine.
so stupid.
Yeah.
so stupid.
Isn't it funny, like shit that you know so well, you just like catch yourself just like,
Oh, but
"Wow,
that's
I'm
like,
an
funny, like,
idiot."
but that's what makes people like stop making content.
Yeah.
it is.
It's like people like, I don't care.
Sure.
Like I'm not gonna say I don't care at
No,
all.
no,
Like
yeah,
my
yeah,
feelings
yeah,
don't
yeah,
get hurt or
yeah,
anything.
yeah.
But like I made a conscious decision a long time ago that like putting yourself out there, like you get in fights, you're gonna get punched.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So like, there's things we've made where I'm like, that's.
Huh. I don't know what the best.
But I'm not gonna like make Gilmar
Sure.
pull it down, cut it.
Yeah.
Like
Sure,
that's
sure.
the equivalent of me being like, "Hey Ryan, I need you to like demo the kitchen you just put in
So I can
and
film
redo it
me doing
again.
Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
sure.
It's just like sometimes you got to know, like, all right, we won't do that again.
Yeah,
sure,
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
And like
yeah.
Gilmar and I making content on site is a lot like drinking from a fire hose.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, yeah,
it's just
I
kind of
feel
like
that.
sometimes it's dangerous because
Yeah.
like you got to make sure Gilmar's not going to get run over by the machine.
Yeah.
Like there's stuff overhead, so you got to make sure like stuff's not going to fall on you. So you kind of have to like not be in the way of the guys.
Sure.
Like,
Yep.
but you want to like the reason we're making all that content is like we kind of nobody else is doing it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nobody else is us.
Sure.
Yeah.
So like we're doing it like we're not curating it.
Sure.
Yeah.
We're making it.
It's natural.
Like this is our team. This
Yeah,
is
yeah,
our
we're
company.
doing it.
These are our
Yeah, oh,
people.
yeah.
Organically.
This is the jokes, the struggles.
Yeah.
You know,
And it looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The-
it's a little
and
bit,
it's
yeah.
sweet.
the top plate.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
and it's just like you know along the way like content really helps your business or will grow
Sure.
if it's entertaining, experiential or learn like
Useful.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
make up a
sure,
word learnative.
Yeah,
Learnative,
sure.
yeah, sure.
Educational.
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 I like that better.
Learn to
Top plate, dude.
top
That was
play.
top plate as hell.
No, you're absolutely right.
You know
You're
what I'm
absolutely
saying?
right.
So like it's just kind of like some of the content we're making is entertainment just to see behind the scenes. Some of
Yeah.
it is like, hey, this is what goes into building a
Yeah,
home.
sure.
Yeah.
We found like internally, like especially between like John, I, and Gilmar, it's just like, like it's difficult to like put yourself out there because like
Sure.
we know experts and we know
Yeah.
other people we're competing with personally. So like
Sure.
Yeah.
we don't want to look like stupid to those
Yeah,
people,
sure.
Yeah,
our,
for
our
sure.
peers.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
But they're also not making YouTube channels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
true.
some of them
Yeah.
are much more successful than us.
Sure.
So
Right,
it's like,
sure.
are they more successful because they don't have YouTube channels?
Uh-huh.
It's like, no, they started 30 years
I
ago.
mean,
Yeah,
man,
exactly.
It's like-
so
Yeah.
we always say like
It's like
and-
you kind of have to just like
Let's go
Take
with
a-
your own thing.
well,
take a path.
It's been
Yeah.
something we've been talking about a lot and practicing ourselves too. Like, and the quote is something along the lines of like, because comparison is the thief of joy.
Or the
So, yo, if you-
exterminator.
If you have a good time building houses and fucking documenting it for educational and entertainment purposes to put on a YouTube channel, like,
Then do
then fucking do it.
exactly.
Like, stop
Yeah.
comparing yourself to a more successful builder because maybe they don't do YouTube. Who fucking cares? That's not you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
you like
Yeah.
doing this.
Yep.
Like,
So we hope right now the Learn to Build series
Yeah.
is on the
Oh,
Audex Revival
shit, I could probably
page.
use that.
yeah, I can use that.
We're releasing
It's another one next week. I
the
think.
fourth one next week.
Yeah.
Oh, dope.
The
I didn't know you
fourth
had
one
that
next
shit,
week.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all
So like we're
scheduled.
trying to do
Oh, man.
So right now, Gilmar and I's goal is like one podcast a week,
Yeah.
one Learn to Build video a
Okay.
week,
Oh, damn.
one We Are Your Builder video.
Oh,
a
damn.
week.
Okay.
Okay.
So like
yeah,
the
yeah,
We
yeah.
Are Your Builder is like we're your builder, dude.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is us.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's like Brian and Trevor bickering like old women.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I like that.
Um,
That's a good idea, dude.
It's just like stuff like that.
It's like
and
a
then
short vlog series.
the learn to build is really just like we're taking like under 15-minute videos. The goal is like 10
I
minutes.
fucking love that house, by the way.
This one?
On New Granite
Uh,
Road.
yeah.
It's like fucking
The house is sick
Beautiful.
inside. So like we're like slowly just like breaking down the like what's going on in site as well as like
Sony's all this?
the little things. Yeah.
Nice.
These are the podcast episodes that are still have to be
Transferred over.
well, they're transferred over. Those are just not they're still listed on this page
Mm-hmm.
because they're linked to things.
Oh, shit. This is awesome.
Yeah, it's
So like the learn to build thing is just kind of like we're going through like rain. Like first one was rain gardens. We talked
Yeah,
about
yeah,
concrete.
yeah.
We talked about framing. Like we're just gonna keep doing them because, like,
Who knows, dude? Who
I
knows?
think it's cool. There's also another quote that came up when
It's
you said
fun.
something about like, oh, well, he's been doing it for 30 years. We like to kind of say like, don't compare your chapter 2 to his chapter 7. You know
oh
what
no,
I'm saying?
yeah, no,
Like,
but that's like, it's easy. That's that reasoning is why other people are not doing YouTube.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly,
yeah,
exactly,
exactly.
Like we
exactly.
struggle with that stuff too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But then we're like,
we do, and then we remind ourselves not to give a fuck about it.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
but we got to do this.
Uh-huh,
Yeah.
exactly.
So-
Yeah.
No, we do the same thing. We struggle with all that shit all the time, and it's one of those things. It's a constant daily practice
Yeah.
to remember.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm saying,
Oh, yeah. That's fucking awesome, though. I did not know you guys did that.
dude, yeah,
Yeah.
So subscribe to Audex Revival YouTube and
Yep.
No Prisoners YouTube.
Yeah.
Got that.
Hit them both up.
Yeah, hit them both up.
Yeah, it's on our radar at some point.
Yeah, the YouTube stuff.
At
Dude,
some,
YouTube?
at
Yeah,
some
let us
point.
know, bro.
I
I'll make you a
well,
banner.
I know,
Definitely, it would definitely be
I
you guys. But
Yeah, I would just wait.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. I don't really think we have it there yet.
No, I don't
You
either.
know,
Honestly, to do the YouTube, you
just
gotta
don't have the-
pay someone to do it for you.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
To be like, there are people that are successful doing it themselves, but
We
it's
wouldn't
like
be,
that's
though.
their
Yeah,
full-term
we
job.
couldn't do that.
It's
It's like
another
being a
job.
YouTube creator
Yeah.
is a job.
It's
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So like those people bridged the gap between them creating and making money
yeah.
from what they were doing before.
Yeah.
Sure.
If you're trying to make a YouTube channel about what you are doing, do that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like
Yeah, sure.
do what you are doing so well that you
Yeah.
can then go and pay someone to
film you.
to
yeah.
film you doing
Exactly.
it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then it'll build on that.
Yeah. That's
But like
the
if you
plan.
stop what you are doing
to do a YouTube channel.
to do a
Exactly.
YouTube channel about what you used to did,
Is that not gonna work?
Dude,
used to did.
Dude, we say it all the time. Like, literally making an Instagram post is on our to-do list during the day.
I gotta
'cause
block out time.
we are just so bad at it.
You should just talk to
Like-
Ariel about that.
Yeah.
Off
It's-
podcast.
it's
Yeah, just reach out to
we
Ariel
just-
about that.
It's not that like I just hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
You know what
to
I'm
literally
saying?
just go talk to her. Those two, Ariel and Gomer.
Well, people
That's
talk
such a-
about like having him on schedules and shit.
Well, like
That
if you
sounds
just
even crazier.
if
to me.
you you hired Gilmore to come take your pictures,
Sure.
and then you just like reached out to her separately
Yeah,
because
yeah.
like we tried doing that internally, and it's just
Yeah.
like
It's difficult.
we're not trying to get into that.
Yeah.
So like it was just like we'll just
Keep it separate.
she does well at that,
Sure.
so it's just kind of like
Yeah.
just let you have it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So if you want someone to do the posting and stuff for you, my wife does that.
Okay.
Sweet.
Yeah, she does it for a few people. It's not something that like
She
would have a
markets.
lot more business, I think, if she wanted it.
Yeah,
Sure.
But I
yeah,
think
yeah.
she does it for people that she likes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Probably
yeah.
fun for her.
Yeah.
So it's like
it's gotta resonate with you. You can't.
you got to like enjoy the product you're selling because
exactly,
like otherwise you're just like buy this house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Buy this
You
house.
use these guys. let
Look
them
at
cook
this
for you.
piece of trim molding,
Uh-huh. Yeah. No, I feel that.
which is like it shows up in what Gilmore does for us
Yeah.
weekly.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
like he learns so much when he comes out on
Sure.
site.
Oh,
All the
sure.
time.
Sure.
I'm learning shit all the time.
So it's
So
like
dope.
he comes out on site, learns a bunch, gets to do what he's good at and passionate about,
Sure.
and then like that shows up in like how good our stuff
Exactly.
is.
Yeah,
It's a win-win
absolutely.
for everybody.
Yeah.
Oh,
No
yeah.
offense to you, Gilmore. I don't think you would be able to replicate the quality of your work if like we had you film like My Little Pony figurines.
I'll figure it out.
Yo, I know a dealer.
I know a guy.
I went from doing clothes and shit, and now I do homes and shit.
Oh,
so
yeah, there you go.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, but you fresh, dude. You got all clean sneakers and stuff like that. You
Hey,
literally were
sneakers.
passionate about that. That's what I'm saying. The photographers I see that are like, or videographers, like creators, we'll say,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
there's
yeah.
like
I got you. Yeah, yeah.
levels to this shit.
Yeah.
The creators that I see most successful in the shortest amount of time are usually passionate about what they're participating in.
Yeah,
I
you
feel
wanna-
like just
yeah, yeah.
individuals,
Wanna
bro.
sound-
Like
wanna sound crazy?
DJing
Yeah,
or
yeah. Fucking
porn.
Porn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
Porn.
we did a dinner for Tyler Howe
Okay.
one time, and his boy, who's a photographer for like Mattress Giant and shit like that, like just like,
Like
still
product
shots.
Yeah.
Took pictures of our food and shit like that, and I guess posted them on his page. Somebody from a major hot sauce brand saw it. He now works for them,
Yeah.
and like his favorite thing to take pictures of is food. And he wasn't doing that because like the fucking money wasn't there.
Good
Yeah.
for him.
So he took
dude.
our pictures of our food
Yeah.
and now works for this hot sauce company taking pictures of their food.
That was cool.
Opportunities out there.
We had
Yeah,
no
it
idea.
is,
He,
man.
he had no idea he was even.
It's all in
even
the
doing
sauce,
that.
dude.
Huh?
Yeah, we had no idea he was coming to do that.
Yeah.
Like, he brought like this whole setup and set up in an upstairs room.
And like he took his plate upstairs, took
Yeah.
pictures of it, and then came back down and ate it and
yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, it was pretty cool.
yeah, it was legit.
Yeah.
I mean, he was one of fucking Tyler's good friends, so he just came, just to
Interesting.
eat and take
Yeah,
some
yeah,
pictures and
yeah.
stuff. But
Yeah,
it was cool, man.
Gilmore likes working with Tyler.
I like
think, a
Tyler
lot.
a lot.
We like Tyler too.
Tyler's a
Yeah,
cool
we'll
dude.
actually see Tyler tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're cooking for him tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Are you not going? Are you not gonna be there?
No, we have
No?
something to do.
Okay, yeah. I know he was trying to work it out
Mhm.
or some shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you eat the food?
Yeah, eat the food. Yeah, yeah, but I wasn't. I'm not available, unfortunately.
Oh shit.
Yeah, my girl and I got something to go.
Yeah, that's all good.
Yeah, you
dude.
getting engaged?
No, not
Yeah,
yet.
yeah, when?
Oh shit.
Not
He's
yet, bro.
Dude,
He was like, "Oh, we got
getting,
something
I
to
keep
do."
getting that question asked also.
Stop.
Oh yeah.
No one
How
needs
long?
to.
How long you guys been together?
Fuck. I think it's gonna be 4 years. Coming up 4 years. Yeah.
All right.
Strong.
Strong. Yeah.
Strong.
Yeah.
Still very young though.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Not
dude.
even in my
Still a
radar.
lot to learn.
Uh-huh.
Not even my radar.
Nope.
Yeah.
I'm sure Amma will love hearing this.
She knows. It's been 3 years, and she knows that.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Like, well, like exactly the conversation we fucking had before we started recording this. What is the difference of us both knowing we are exclusively committed to each other for as long as the foreseeable future that I can see.
You can't take a picture on Instagram.
Like, if that's the only difference, I don't give a fuck about that picture on Instagram.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
had a joke a long time ago about like girls like posting their Instagram pictures. I was like, dude, look at these chicks. Like, you don't even see their fiancés in the pictures.
Yeah, it's just right.
And then like I recycled the joke one weekend after I congratulated this dude that kind of did sub work for us.
Sure.
Had gotten engaged that weekend. I was like, dude, a lot of people got engaged that weekend.
Sure.
I was like, dude, these pictures are outrageous. So he thought I was talking about him and his girl fiance.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then he like came at me, and then the way he came at me, like I thought I was like into his fiance. So I was like, what? That's confusing. And then I was like, oh no, dude, I'm just joking.
Yeah.
But like he was so mad that I was like, oh shit, he must have his. And then
He
I
must
went to
took
her
pictures.
pictures, and like they took pictures, and he wasn't really in any of them.
Really?
Yeah, that's
So,
usually how it goes.
Like it was just kind of like, oh dude, you got real mad at me, and I'm sorry for telling that joke, but it was just a joke.
True joke.
And like you went back and looked at your pictures, got real fucking mad, and then took it
Yeah.
out on me.
Yep.
Yep.
You're projecting.
I'm sorry. Maybe I should have not told that joke so close to congratulating you. But honestly, I didn't follow his fiance.
Whatever, man.
So
Yeah,
whatever.
fuck it.
Yeah,
Okay,
so,
whatever, dude.
So I don't know.
I don't think it's that big of
a
a
deal.
deal.
I think-
I got like when I met Ariel, I was like, I'm not getting married. I'm not having kids.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we can do this thing where we just like spend ever together and just like just be happy, I guess.
Yeah.
And then after a while, I was like, fuck it, I'm put a ring on it.
Yeah.
And then
I agree
and then
on-
we like do like I honestly I don't know. I felt like I was like, I don't know. She just deserved it in a way.
Sure.
Like it's like that idea sometimes is important.
Sure.
Like there's levels to like
Yeah.
the whole wedding thing
Yeah,
that like
there is.
maybe we don't get. So sometimes
sure.
it's
Yeah.
just like
There is.
you agreeing
I'm
to
being
do it
ignorant.
is like more meaningful than like the process of
Exactly.
doing it.
Sure,
That's
sure.
what it is.
So yeah,
Again, aside from like
it's just kind of like a weird notion.
Yeah. Well, we say again, besides from being able to like have joint bank accounts, you can share insurance, you can have tax write-offs together, like
Oh, but then you're allowed to go into heaven, and Jesus sees you as a.
yeah, of course he does. So like that's the only thing. What did you say?
Yo, but Jesus,
Seriously.
Jeebus, dude, Jeebus.
Jesus Cristo.
So that's Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus my girl, Jesus
Love
Christ.
that guy. Love that guy. So yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna end the show with that guy.
So I don't know. I'm in the same boat. Like I don't fucking see the whole point of it. I like what you just said of like the agreeing to spend our life together is
It's
more meaningful.
society's way. It's like it's different things over the years, but like it's society today. It's society's way saying
You got Instagram,
you're
yeah.
serious.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I
This
think
guy,
that's kind of
that
what
was
it is.
Back in the
right
day,
there.
it was like a way for people to collect money for
Yeah.
give you permission to
Yeah,
like.
I think now it's more of a
It's a status thing.
Yeah.
It's a hey
I
like
get it.
you know.
Nah, it's definitely the dude like on the fucking plane.
And take the sword of the Spirit, which is the Word of God, Jesus Christ. So put on the armor of God, Jesus Christ. We love you, God, so we do it for God, Jesus Christ. Belt of truth.
The belt of truth. A belt of
We
truth.
love you, God.
Look at the steel toes. Look at the steel toes.
know.
sticking out.
Oh, they're sticking out.
We love you, God.
I love you, God.
Holy shit!
I never seen these ones.
Oh my god.
Please, stomp it
Dude,
on
we're
the
ending it on that. If you don't know Jesus Christ, go find him on YouTube. I got Nick and Steve Servis in here, Servis Events. Go find them on Instagram. We'll put the link, clickable link in the YouTube bio, and probably link it up on the Instagram as well.
Yeah.
So, these guys, I love these guys.
Yeah.
So if you're into not leaving your house, you want to have, say you want to whip your wife up an amazing dinner
Yeah.
with, and entertain her and impress her and, or maybe your husband. I don't know. Maybe he
Either
works real hard.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to like sit there and talk to him while you guys eat dinner,
Yeah.
right? Maybe get a little weird in front of my boys here.
Yep.
They bring candles, flowers. We got the fucking water. They set the
everything.
mood, dude.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
what we're here for.
9.0 sets the mood.
Let
You
it
want
rip.
to
Yeah.
you want to not fucking deal with the shit Andrew's talking about going out in public? That's us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We got you.
Yeah, I mean, it's an experience, and they take great care of you. Like you end up just wanting to come every month,
Nice.
She-
Yep.
and then you invent a monthly club.
Yeah.
Or your wife
monthly
invents a monthly
Where
club.
Andrew and Ariel are the only members.
Yeah, Ariel's like, yeah, you guys should do like a monthly subscription thing. They're like, yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah, we're working
Sign
on
you
it.
up.
Yeah, sign up.
That'd be a great idea.
So yeah, I appreciate you guys and all the people you've introduced us to.
We'll make sure we get all
Just
of them.
always
Likewise.
hear great things about you guys and what you're doing. So
Likewise.
keep
Likewise,
it going and hit the subscribe button on the new YouTube page. Go watch the little clips of Jesus Christ. Got clips on Instagram. The clips will be sending back up on the new YouTube, so check out for those. Share us with a friend. That's like the biggest thing you can do with us.
Oh yeah.
Just share us. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching, listening, and call these guys up.
Cheers.
Yes.